Surprise. It is time for Monday, not football. Monday, or Monday, depending on what part of the country you live in. Excuse me. Let me get this unexpected stream up on my phone. I didn't think my internet would be fixed today, but it's been running exceptionally well. So here I am. For your listening pain or pleasure, however you view it. Although if it's pain, you wouldn't even be here. What part of the country? There you go. Just making sure the audio is working. Sounds good to me. My internet has been great all day. Hopefully it can hold up for the next 3.5 hours, whatever it takes. I'm optimistic. Hopefully you are too. Let's watch some god-dang football, shall we? New Orleans Saints, my least favorite team of all time, versus Seattle Seahawks, team I used to resent, but no longer have any feelings towards whatsoever. And we get the Peyton and Eli show back. I started to think, I turned on ESPN, I was like, wait a minute, Peyton and Eli's back tonight. It's October 25th. It's Peyton and Eli Day. It'll be good to have them back. Really good to have them back. It'll be good to have you back. It's good to have good internet back. A friend of mine who lives not too far from here, she said that she got an alert from our cable and internet provider, Northland. It was like, oh, there's intermittent outages and problems in your area. We're working on it. Same thing they told us, but now mine seems to be back to normal. Hers, she had to stop watching any streaming services and play fucking board games because the internet was so bad at her house. So I don't know what's going on around here. All I know is that today the internet's been good here. What's up, Michael? Any bets on this game? Jameis Winston interception bets. I'm sure that's a popular one. It's not a question of will he throw a pick, it's how many. Hey, Lori. Didn't think my internet would be good enough to stream today, but it is, so I'm here. Can we get a good football game to end this crappy week of football? The two best games were Browns-Broncos, but that game sucked, and then Falcons-Dolphins, of course. Two teams that don't matter, so it's been a pretty lame week. That Niners-Colts game was a fucking slog, and I hated every minute of watching it, but I sat here and watched it because I'm a sadist for football. I'm glad I didn't stream it, though. I went to CVS today and got my little special COVID test thing. I've got the thing ready to give me the results whenever they get back. So I'm all set for my vacation. Well, I will be when those results get here. Peyton and Eli.
First Monday night football game you and I have watched since 1993. Shocking that a helmet doesn't... His hips don't lie. I'd like Shakira. We got some great guests coming up tonight. On the Braun, what do you like? Go right back to the run. Yes. Touchdown. Oh, big.
There's the clip of Russell Wilson watching the Raiders throw the pick at the 1-yard line. Seattle looked good running the ball in the second half against the Steelers. Yes, I'll take the Saints to win this game. I don't think Seattle's defense can hold up unless they get a bunch of lucky turnovers. And Jameis will probably give you a few chances to get some. That's what Seattle's going to need to win this. Geno's got to take care of the ball, and the defense has to catch a couple of lucky breaks. Otherwise, I think the Saints win. Hoping for a really dramatic game. Peyton is wearing one of Eli's college jerseys.
It helps Geno Smith. It helps him with his play action. Metcalf and Lockett
That's outstanding.
aren't going to be open if Seattle can't run the ball.
Oh, hi, ESPN. Look at the bottom right of the screen. Yeah, that went away now. Somebody's desktop was showing on the broadcast.
Yeah, I think the Saints D has one.
Oddly, there were no porn folders on that desktop.
They're one of the best in the NFL at stopping the run, and so they're going to have 7 to 8 guys in the box.
and they're going to put their corners on an island. And
Make Geno sling it. Yes, Seattle's got the receivers to make this work, but make Geno sling it. Don't let them run the ball like Pittsburgh did. It's supposed to rain through the first half and clear up as the night goes on. It's not supposed to be as bad as last night, although that radar doesn't look promising, but rain's breaking up here and there. It is Seattle. It is what it is. Taysom Hill's taking more snaps in the fourth than Winston. That is not a coincidence, sir. It is pissing rain right now in Seattle. Hopefully we don't get lightning delays. If we do, I don't know what the fuck I'm going to do. What will I do to pass the time should there be a lightning delay? Who knows? And we're off. The Seahawks receive. Hopefully it's not as sloppy as last night. Every other play in that game last night was a damn fumble.
Seattle and Arrowhead are the two loudest stadiums that I played in. Maybe the old Vikings Metrodome was loud. Maybe they might have piped in some noise too, but I can't prove it.
Peyton is accusing the Vikings of popping in noise when I know for a fact that Indianapolis popped in noise in the old RCA Dome, but that's another story.
The last two games have ended in an interception and a fumble to end the game. He has played well. It tells you how hard it is.
Geno has played relatively well. He was really good against Pittsburgh. Very careful with the ball. He just got stripped at the end. TJ Watt's a freak. I won't hold that against Geno too much. Just a bad time. And a hard-fought 2 yards.
So they feel comfortable with him in that offense. He's played a lot of football over the years, been around, and so he can throw the football. Last week they tried to do that early on. Did not have the success in the first half versus Pittsburgh. They kind of the second half went back to under center, running the ball, play action.
2nd and 7.
Hitting some plays that way. So it'll be interesting to kind of see what the game plan is this week, whether they're trying to be under center, more run play action, or open it up and do the empty like they were doing that first game we played.
Might be a check to a run play with the light box there.
Back to the run. Same play up the middle. This time gets 5 yards. 5.5. That'll be 3rd and short.
That's a hat for the offensive line. They can block all 5 of those guys.
Hey, there's DK Metcalf. Shannon Sharp's bitch.
He has not had to change any of his play calling with Geno Smith.
Had the nerve to call Shannon Sharp little boy.
He said he is prepared.
Damn, Marshawn Lattimore, and that's hands to the face, brother. Lattimore and DK there had their hands grabbing all over each other's face. We're only 2 plays in. And they run it again. This time it's a counter play. Malcolm Jenkins stuffs it. I think they're just short of the first.
He was about to hand it off, and
it's like a fake reverse, maybe. Then he didn't know.
4th down. Saints are usually pretty good. Sean Payton's good coming off of bye weeks. He's one of those coaches that you really got to watch out for coming off a bye, and they're healthy. Seattle is far from healthy.
Just didn't know where to go.
And that's 4th down. Good tackle by Malcolm Jenkins.
Yeah, it's tough.
yeah, like right there. Yeah.
What happened to Jeff, my Seahawks fan that used to come in here? Seattle will punt. It's 4th and like half a yard, but they're at their own 35. Mike McCarthy would go for it.
Solid Ole Miss jersey. I really like that. Thanks for wearing that.
Punting in the rain and wind. It's very windy as well. And touchback. Good punt, but bad bounce. New Orleans gets the ball at the 20. My first real look at Jameis. I've watched a couple of Saints games. I watched that shit show where they played Carolina and made the Panthers look like the 85 Bears, which is fucked up considering how the Panthers looked yesterday.
It just doesn't get any better than this, and this is truly one of the greatest nights of my life. I called Commissioner Goodell. I said, can the Bears play the Panthers next Monday night? Can I do that game to have a little bounce back game? I was denied. So
next Monday night is the Chiefs and the Giants. Boy, that game's a lot more interesting now than it was going to be.
It was just for one half.
I won't be home, unfortunately, but
get me to the second half.
Kamara for a gain of 5.
And you're welcome. I didn't know you were going to wear sleeves.
These teams are coming out run heavy. Both teams are terrified of turnovers. They're turnover-prone quarterbacks on both sides. Still not as bad as last night in San Francisco. Oh, I'm sorry, Santa Clara, because the Niners don't play in San Francisco anymore.
So thank you for that.
I know you asked for
Peyton's head was able to fit through the hole in that jersey. That's good.
Your big head started stretching out the neck too much, and then I would never be able to wear it again. So.
And they're back to the run on this down, and it's stuffed. Big loss. There's a flag.
Obviously, 12 minutes to go in the first quarter.
Jameis seems to think it's on Seattle.
They just come up and I see something like that.
Okay. Well, I got my Tennessee tumbler here, right? I'm going aluminum.
Offsides on Seattle. That's why that run play got stuffed so easily.
This is where my loyalties lie. Let's make this very clear, right? Tennessee Vols, so.
You know, on one hand, I'm kind of glad I don't get to watch Martinsville on Sunday, so I don't have to stress about Chase. I'll be on vacation.
They want to run the football. They want to get the ball into number 41.
First down, New Orleans, after the offsides penalty. This is a really diverse offense. Jameis is either going to throw for 500 yards or 200 yards and 3 picks. He pump fakes. He holds wide open. Missed the receiver there. Traquan Smith.
He's been out for a long time. I talked to Jameis this week. He says,
let's see if Jameis should have let that. He pump faked one way and came back and missed him.
All summer, really was excited about them. He's been injured a while, so
he could have laid out for that a little more.
Missing those last few weeks. Looks like he slowed down there a little bit at the very end, and
it's raining, but it's still not as bad as last night.
Yeah, as far as Seattle's defense,
Kamara again. Gain of 3.
Jamal Adams. If you saw on that last pass play, they were in a cover 2. He was a deep safety on the half. That's not really his strength, and it's really not Seattle's strength to play those 2 deep safeties. They are a single safety team. Back to the
3rd and 6. Jamal Adams, the most overrated safety in football. Fucking one-trick pony box safety, a pass rusher and a run stuffer. Can't play coverage. Checks it down, and Traquan Smith drops it.
That's the throw that Jameis is struggling with, right? He allowed those short
would have been tackled for 4th down anyway, but still. Peyton says Jameis missed. Well, show me the replay. Yeah, I mean, it still hit him in the hands. Still hit him in his hands. Not his fingertips, it hit him in the hands. But yeah, Jameis could have been a little more accurate there. Peyton Manning holds him to a high standard. Yeah, I wish I could watch the truck race. Truck race at Martinsville is always a blast, but I won't get to see any racing this week. And then we'll be back for championship weekend. Good punt. Got backpedaled all the way inside the 10. Gets it to the 16, though. 3 and outs by both teams. 0-0. Peyton and Eli still suck at going to commercial. Bear with them, though. Got some unfortunate news today. I might be out of a job. Actually, it seems very likely I'll be out of a job. And that wouldn't be a problem if I didn't like this job so much. My dad's dumbass business partner has finally pissed off my dad to the point where he just can't stand to look at him anymore. And he wants out. And if my dad goes, I got to go because there won't be any work to do and nothing will get done. So there we go. Probably out of a job. So it's not a free ride. I've worked a lot, but it's felt like a free ride, this job. Painting and all that stuff, the lax hours, the lax environment, making decent money. The work is actually kind of fun at times, but the free ride is probably over, boys and girls, so I'll get to go back to being miserable again. Hopefully I can find something. But that is a problem for post-Kiss Cruise Dale to deal with, not pre-Cruise Dale. Pre-Cruise Dale's happy because he's going on vacation this week. Yes, DFS, the internet is fixed. The potential job hunt, and I keep saying potential because I don't want to admit that I'm going to have to probably do it, will begin a week or so after I get back. Till then, I'm in vacation mode. Hell, when I get back, I'm going to Atlanta. A couple days after I get back, I'm going to Atlanta to see Metallica. I'm going for 2 days there, so. Yeah. It's just too damn bad. And we're back.
Brady, Sue Bird in the second half, and ended with Drew Brees. So we should have a lot of fun, a lot of great football play.
Marshawn Lynch, Tom Brady. Oh, God. How many times is Marshawn Lynch going to swear tonight? Brady's going to be on the show. Drew Brees.
Marshawn Lynch, I'm fired up for that one.
Get your fucking beeps ready, ESPN, because Marshawn Lynch is coming on.
600? I get confused. One of the two.
The Seahawks go back to the run, and it's killed.
My first preseason game ever.
Marcus Davenport and Cam Jordan blow it up.
In Seattle, my face mask did not fit. My first pass was a touchdown. That was one of the only completions.
Damn, Peyton's face mask really did not fit on that helmet.
Lineman's face mask?
Yeah, it didn't fit. It didn't fit. And the fact that nobody told me kind of bothers me, right? I was like looking out of the face mask. I had 3 footballs slip out of my hand in that game because Warren Moon was the quarterback for Seattle. He liked the footballs right out of the box. Shiny,
Play action. Gino's going to throw for the first time. Up the sideline. DK went out of bounds. Came back in, but he's out. They're going to give it to him. He's open. He's downfield. He's gone. Touchdown, Seattle. I think DK went out of bounds, came back in, but was he forced out? Does that apply? Touchdown, Seattle.
Metcalf does the rest. Awesome throw there by Gino.
All right, well.
That's just cover 3, Pate. There's some cover 3, but
And it's against Lattimore, too.
On the outside,
very physical.
It is pressed.
No, he stayed in bounds. Wow, he stayed in bounds. Put Lattimore on his ass, essentially, and just smoked him.
That's what the Saints are gonna
The
do.
speed of this man.
They're gonna say
Nobody was going to touch him.
better than you, but when you have a matchup like Metcalf, when you have those big, tall receivers, even when they're kind of
Look at the wind blowing the uprights here on this extra point. I can't get over that DK Metcalf touchdown just now.
Rainy, windy day. I like taking shots versus press man.
First throw of the night, and it goes for a long touchdown, 84 yards.
That's how you come out and make
Lattimore totally that's all Lattimore's fault. He shit the bed on that play. Safety was late coming over, but Lattimore's got to be better than that. 7-0 Seattle. That was something. Like I said, you expect Seattle to be conservative, but it doesn't change the fact that Lockett and DK can tear you a new asshole in the secondary. You got to account for those guys. They're freaks, especially DK. That man's a freak. Look at your NFC South and NFC West standings at the bottom right of the screen. Hello, Atlanta, no longer in last place. Hopefully we'll be above 500 after this week. NFC West, huge gap now. I think the Niners are done. I think Seattle's probably done. Oh, Michael, I wish you could get me a job, but I don't live anywhere near you. So I'm going to be stuck doing something shitty, I'm sure. Shouldn't have gave up that Ingles job, but it's third shift. I just can't do third shift. Trust me, this past week when I had a day or two off, I stayed up all night, and I went to bed at like 7:30 in the morning, and I slept like 3 hours. I can't sleep during the day anymore. Just, I don't know what's changed. So I just can't do third shift jobs. Unless I just find a third shift job that I absolutely adore. Fucking likelihood of that happening is pretty fucking low. Yeah, that's what I said yesterday. The Chiefs are a losing team, and the Falcons are at 500 with an even worse team than them on deck this week against Carolina. Maybe I'll catch a glimpse of that on the cruise. I'll be watching games on the cruise. I'll see all the highlights and stuff when I'm out in the ocean. Just chilling. Can't fucking wait. I'm not there yet, so I'm trying not to get too excited in case something bad happens, but, you know. I got my documents printed. I got my stupid COVID test done. I'm about ready to party. 7-0 Seattle. That was a crazy play for a touchdown.
And he still was able to throw it to him, and he made a play, make the safety miss. And DK just has a way of making big plays, right? He's not one of those guys. He doesn't make a lot of 5- and 6-yard completions. When he makes catches, They are long plays. He's an explosive receiver. You just got to find ways to get him the ball running down the field.
Yeah, you saw it last night, Eli, the Colts 49ers.
Saints will get the ball for the second time at the 25.
In wet weather, the offense has the advantage because they know where they're going. Like right here, right?
Peyton's going to break down this play again. Said it was cover 3. Man-to-man, they do have 2 safeties. The safety creeped up. Lattimore got bitched, fell down, and the safety was late coming back over. Can't blame that safety for creeping up. We saw what Seattle did against Pittsburgh and what they started doing here. Yeah, good anticipation by Geno as well.
Gave him a chance to make a play. That's what Metcalf does. That was good stuff. This jersey
Camara for 1.
I got to tell you, I don't really feel very loose in this thing.
You don't look loose either.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
What do you want, Ozzy?
All right, let's go.
Yeah, I'm surprised at how much too high that Seattle continues to play. I mean, Jamal Adams is a in-the-box safety, and you would think on there, especially
line of scrimmage.
Especially the fact that the Saints, they want to run the ball. They want to run the ball.
Play action. Now Jameis will throw. Throws it short. It's a tight end screen. First down. Gain of 15.
Tight ends get the running backs, and yet Seattle is almost saying, we'll let you run the ball. And but so it's an interesting that they continue to play. I don't think they're very good at playing cover 2. They are better at playing one high zone. I think
Jameis Winston could give Russell Wilson competition for best deep ball thrower in the league. It's just one is a lot more mistake prone than the other.
Yeah, I mean, Seattle's defense for years, the Legion of Boom, they were very simple in what they did. They just played it so well. They had chances.
Back to Camara. Short gain of 2.
3 deep principle, 3 buzz to be specific. Single safety, Chancellor down, close to the line of scrimmage.
Peyton speaking from having to deal with the Legion of Boom a couple of times in his time with the Denver Broncos.
He is not as effective when he's deep.
Oh, God. The COVID nightmare just never ends, Michael. It's looming over my vacation here.
I agree with you. They don't know how to play cover 2. Go back
and it's annoying.
They do, right? Like the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Empty for the Saints here. Quarterback draw with Jameis. No, it's too early for that. Nice decisive throw there for a first down. Gain of 11. Gain of 8, actually. It was 2nd and 7. They gained 8.
Good job by Jameis. Just a short underneath route, getting the ball out quick, to their tight ends. I think the Saints do a great job of right there. They're in empty formation. I think they had 3 tight ends.
Well, he smokes. That's bad. COVID under any circumstances is bad, but if you smoke, it's real bad. If you smoke anything, I don't care what you smoke, it's bad to get COVID.
Really challenge the defense and get them uncomfortable in some unscouted looks.
Fakes the toss to Tom Montgomery. Jameis has a good pocket. He's going for the touchdown. Overthrows. Kenny Stills. He was covered anyway. Quandre Diggs had him. Oh, boy. Marshawn Lynch is here.
Marshawn Lynch, everybody.
What's up, big dog? Taking it easy.
You all right?
I'm smooth. What's the
Where are
word?
you?
You said, what's that?
Just, I said, where are you these days?
I'm moving around. I'm between California, Hawaii, Vegas, Canada. I'm trying to get all over the world.
Hey, Marshawn, I was watching your interview with Peyton.
2nd down. Jameis fakes the screen. It's a draw to Camara, and the Seahawks blow it up. 3rd and 9.
A pregame ritual where you do a shot and a half of Hennessy before the game. Did you do anything to get warmed up tonight?
Well, see, because I ain't playing, so I had a 3-shot minimum today. so I'm feeling real good, and so I took one for me.
Oh, doesn't smoke. Okay.
And I got one
Being fit helps.
So I made sure
Hopefully he doesn't have any underlying condition that's like undiagnosed.
Yeah.
COVID is just so unpredictable. Honestly, it scares the fuck out of me. Screen to Camara on 3rd and 9. Didn't get the blocks he needed. 4th down.
I would keep throwing those to him all day. Like, get the ball in his hands.
You think they'll go for it here?
Let's see.
Michael, I can promise you it's worth getting the vaccine. And people are going to say I'm preaching. I don't care. Get the vaccine. If you can get it, get it. It helps. It's certainly saved my grandparents. They didn't get COVID when they were around. They were in direct contact with me the entire fucking time I had it, and my nephew had it, and they were in contact with him. They never got it. It had to be the vaccine. It's mostly effective, and if you do catch COVID, you'll be like me, and you'll bounce back after a day or two. So get it if you can. I would advise anybody get it. Get Moderna, because Moderna is the Saints just pinned Seattle at the 1. What a punt. Get Moderna or Pfizer. Johnson & Johnson's kind of the ghetto bootleg vaccine. So try to get a Moderna thing. It's worth getting. I mean, why wouldn't people want it? I question the fucking intelligence of anybody who doesn't want it. It's poison. I don't know what's in it. The same people have probably done drugs and, drank alcohol their whole lives. My God, this is an Alice Cooper Progressive commercial. I'm unmuting this.
You sure they're not yours?
Look at Alice Cooper in this commercial. It's Alice Cooper and Baker Mayfield.
It's my curse. You and me both. Hey, you got a wheelbarrow I could borrow? I'm gonna do a little mulching. Yeah, I'll bring it over.
I just saw Alice Cooper talking to Baker Mayfield. Have I ever had problems with my neighbors? No, not really. My neighbor to my right is my dad's stepdaughter. And my neighbor to my left is an old lady. Now that you mention it, the shitty neighbors from way up the street, like all the way up at the end of this long-ass street, fucking meth head idiots and their dogs came down here and killed a cat one day. And we've had to call the cops on them about 1,000 times for their dogs running loose. I only started calling the cops on them after that one dog killed that poor cat. So I guess you could say that was a problem. And I told them very clearly, any one of my cats get hurt, you will get hurt. Your dog will die, and you will wish you were dead. And we haven't had any problems since. Good for them, right? Because I mean what I say. Your dog hurts my cat, I'm going to kill the dog, and then I'm going to make you wish you were dead too. I guess you could say she's my stepsister, even though I don't claim that family because I think they're fucking stupid. The same idiots who are like, I ain't never getting that vaccine. People are stupid. Get that vaccine. One of them works in a retirement home. I ain't getting that vaccine. I ain't getting it. They're stupid. If y'all want to get it, you're stupid. And then their 16-year-old niece died of COVID. Unvaccinated. 16 years old. Dropped dead of COVID. Now they want to get the vaccine. Now they want to get the shot. Geniuses, right?
Silent, hopefully, Marshawn, so
it's amazing that that's what it takes to convince these fucking morons. I ain't getting that shot. I'm not an idiot. Well, your 16-year-old niece just died, lady, so now she wants to get the shot. Genius. Seattle starting at the 1. Oh, boy, they just got out of the end zone, half a yard. We got a fight. Lattimore and DK again. Lattimore put hands on a ref. Lattimore and DK, this thing has been going since the very first play. The very first play tonight, they were shoving each other in the face. And now there's flags all over the place. These two teams are very chippy. Seattle and New Orleans each separately and collectively have a tendency of getting involved in this sort of thing.
Wake his ass up. Make sure his blood flowing.
Yeah, they got Lattimore. That penalty's going to be on New Orleans. That'll dig Seattle out of the. Yeah, DK pushed him first. Lattimore pushed back and started taunting. So maybe they'll get both. But it's always the second guy that gets flagged. Peyton's right. I don't like Biden either, but I voted for him because he was the best option. And they flagged New Orleans. The only reason I joke about liking Biden is because it pisses off Trump people. And that's the main reason I voted for him. And I had a blast during election week last year. One of the greatest weeks of my life, man. It's a dark time. COVID fucking shut down. No kiss cruise. No, couldn't leave the house. But at least I got to have fun that week. I talk mad shit. I can't wait till I get to my Facebook memories next month, come the same time of the election last year. It's going to be a nice trip down memory lane. So keep an eye on Lattimore and DK. They're very chippy.
That play I want to talk about. I mean, to me, I've done some cool things before, but I've never caused an earthquake. I mean, how does it feel to actually cause an earthquake?
Lockett for a gain of 6.
I mean, you know, it was.
Ooh, they're showing the Beastquake run. This is one of my favorite days in NFL history because I got to watch the Saints eat shit. Heavily favored against a 7-9 team in the playoffs, and Marshawn Lynch just shit all over them.
I'll cut both of mine off just to get one of yours. You know what I'm talking about?
All right. Pound.
Ooh, we got a reverse.
Running game.
Gain of 8 and a first down.
I like it. Right. Jet sweep there.
Jet sweep, good play call.
Throat's burning. Throat's burning.
How was that shot, E?
It was good. It was good.
Eli took a shot. I didn't even notice.
You know, yes, I did. Always. One for Big Bro, one for Beast Mode.
Remember, at the end of the day, when we're talking about Joe Biden, we're talking about an 80-year-old out-of-touch politician. But the sad thing is that he made more sense than the other guy. First down, Seattle. Oh, Gino's got all the time. He's holding on to the ball too long. He's going to have to throw this one away.
You know what, to be honest with you,
Marshawn has not cussed yet.
From playing throw-up tackle back at the gap. But, you know, it was something that always stuck with me.
Raining still in Seattle.
Then they start giving you shoulder pads and helmets and type of shit like that. So, you know, it started to be a little easy. Like, you had cushion. So that's what I would look at the pads. It was like cushions. Like, you know, you pillow fight. Bam, bam, like that. So I used it.
Screen, and it's blown up. Nice tackle. Who was that corner that came in and made that tackle?
But, man, I was just thinking.
Roby.
In your career,
got Seattle on a 3rd and 12 now. 3rd and 14, actually. Bradley Roby.
I had a touchdown run against the Saints that they called back. The referees blew the call. Believe it or not, it was
I listen to music loud a lot, but the houses are spaced out here pretty good in this neighborhood.
Touchdown run. The refs blew it. I want to show you here in a minute, kind of get your analysis on my moves. Trying to give me a little break.
Ooh.
Eli, have you ever seen this?
4th down.
Greatest plays ever.
I have seen this. I have seen this. It is unbelievable.
Before the half, fake the spike, go to the ref, complain that the clock should be 1 second, act like you're going to the locker room, now pretend to run, and score a touchdown.
Okay.
Marshawn, why is that not a touchdown? Why is that not a touchdown?
Because it looked like the referees over there were haters. See, that's what we call haters where I'm from. Them referees right there, we would have had to make a phone call on them. I mean,
well, it makes sense. You live in an apartment.
Basically, they came out and said, okay,
New Orleans will get the ball at their own 20. Got to go to commercial, Peyton. Wrap it up.
That makes no sense either. So, anyway, I'm over it. More when we come back here.
Who's going to be strong at Martinsville? Well, spoiler alert, I bet you John Hunter's strong in the truck race. Xfinity, I would probably say Junior Motorsports, Noah, and Allgaier especially. And in the Cup race, Larson, Elliott, Truex, Hamlin, Blaney. Sucks I won't be around to see it. But hey, what are you guys doing on Halloween? I want to be at a Kiss concert in the middle of the ocean on Halloween. What are you doing? Kiss is playing Halloween night, and I'm like 2nd or 3rd row. So that's pretty cool. Do I listen to country music ever? When I'm playing GTA San Andreas, I'll listen to country music. So I guess in a couple of weeks we'll be listening to country music because I'll be playing that GTA San Andreas remaster that looks amazing, by the way. I'm going to be 2nd row at a Kiss show on Halloween. Realize how cool that's going to be. I wish I could show you guys the pictures I got from the last cruise where I was like 3rd or 4th row. And I got really good pictures. I usually don't do anything on Halloween, but I love that the cruise almost every year falls on Halloween. Except that one time it was like November 1st through the 6th, but usually Kiss Cruise is like late October into the first week of November. So it's on Halloween. I have guitar picks from the Kiss show on Halloween on the cruise 6 years ago. They played Kiss Alive from start to finish, and I have a couple of the picks from that Halloween show. From, I think, Paul Stanley's guitar. I'll be watching some football. I tell you, in the afternoon, I will watch at least the 1 o'clock window of games. I think I got to look at this. Let's look at the schedule right now. This is something fun to share with you during the commercial. Let's look at the Kiss Cruise schedule to see what I'm going to be doing on Halloween all day. And we'll do that next commercial. Next commercial because the game's back on. But I'll show you guys.
Great game. My brother Peyton is wearing my number 10 Ole Miss jersey because he lost a bet against Ole Miss in Tennessee when they played a few weeks ago. And we got Marshawn Lynch on right now. And the Saints have struggled on offense. Marshawn, do you think some of the Saints players need to eat some Skittles right now and kind of get some things going? What do you think?
I wonder what game they'll show on the cruise. It's different every year. You can't tell what viewing area they're going to show because, fuck, we're in the middle of the ocean. I guess they just kind of pick what they want. Saints in an empty backfield again. Screen to Kamara, and it's overthrown by Jameis. Would have been tackled anyway. We have a first S-bomb from Marshawn.
Trying to convince teammates saying, hey, if you eat candy during the game, you'll play a lot better.
No, but what they did was, if we was having a bad night out there,
Dale Earnhardt Jr. won the 2014 Daytona 500 on my birthday.
Find some candy for them. Like, no, they'll go to the damn.
It's my favorite die-cast in my little collection I've had. Draw to Kamara. God, the Saints are not getting anything on the ground. They're going to have to open this game up and let Jameis throw it. I know they're scared to do that, but they're going to have to do it. Kamara's not getting any separation. The line's not doing a great job either. 3rd and 8. Again, another 3rd and long for the Saints.
I'm talking to two greats, though. You feel me? Lil Bro actually threw a ball to a dude, and he caught it with his head. Like, I mean, I think that's pretty impressive. It didn't have the earthquake, but the dude caught a ball with his head type shit, though. You know what I'm talking about? Like,
And Marshawn said shit again. 3rd and 8. Jameis has Tom. Now he doesn't have Tom. He held on too long. Sack. Down he goes. Good pocket, but the coverage downfield must have just been crazy.
They have not got many sacks all season.
Count the seconds until he gets pressured. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi, and then they pause it. 5 steps up, then gets sacked. Nobody open. Saints are underwhelming so far in this game. It's early.
Seattle has lacked that pass rush. That's going to help their secondary a ton.
Not a good punt. Fair caught at the 41.
If the Tampa Bay Bucks offered you a contract tomorrow, would you come back and play?
no. As much as I would love, as much as I would love to go line it up with TB, I just I'm satisfied where I'm at. And I would have some stipulations.
He just throws it every time, so he can get 700 touchdowns.
Peyton's calling Brady out. Stat padding like a motherfucker. That's what I said yesterday when it was 35-3 and I tuned into that game and I see Brady throw the ball 3 fucking plays in the red zone trying to get them fucking touchdowns piled up and win his fraudulent MVP by padding his numbers during garbage time while up by 35 in the 4th quarter. Good field position for Seattle. Jameis is going to throw again off play action. Not Jameis. Geno, same thing. And Geno's running. First down, gain of 12.
A lot of commercials. I see you doing a lot of commercials, a lot of funny ones. Have you? Is your goal to maybe catch Peyton in the number of commercials ever been on TV?
I was just about to say, somebody gave me a stat, like because I think you know
Commercial
Big Bro
stats? I
just
didn't know they had
all
that.
over. Yeah, just all over everything. So I mean, at first it wasn't a goal of mine, but now that I'm building a little portfolio or whatever. I mean, I think I could, but see, though, what I really want to get I want to get the game because I mean, I didn't know like how tied in.
Nice cut back there. Gets 4 yards.
You know what I mean?
Turn sideways. My back's starting to hurt. Reposition.
Eli, good run there by
Into
Gino.
the first quarter here, I believe.
Against
7-0 Seattle. They're lining up like they're going to run another play, but I don't think they will.
Swipe the ball out. So
I'm going to Romo you here. There's no way they snap this ball. No way they snap this ball. They're not going to snap this ball. Liars. Hard count. 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, he snapped it. Dude, he snapped it. Now that counts. He snapped it.
I don't think they had a play.
They didn't have a play, and the center snapped it.
No one else knew what the play was. It's like a dummy cadence. That was you're like, what were you?
Pete saying? Pete's going.
Pete's saying, "No, the quarter was over. Nuh-uh, they snapped that ball with a second left."
Get it to the quarter. Hey, get in the
Whatever.
sides.
It's the end of the first. Seattle 7, Saints nothing. I've earned myself a sugar-free Powerade, and let me tell you, I got a refrigerator full of this shit right now, and I'm so fucking happy because this stuff is way better than the goddamn Gatorade. Be right back. Stretching my legs. Oh yeah, and I wanted to show you. So Sunday afternoon on Lake Kiss Cruise, I won't get to see the Sunday night game because I'll be at the concert. Experience. Schedule. Sunday, October 31st, will be in Harvest Cay, Belize. Game start. Yeah, 1 o'clock. Yeah, I can watch the 1 o'clock game and shit. And the 4. I can watch 2 football games if I want because I don't give a fuck about seeing the Talisman or Liliac or whatever the fuck. Ooh, guys, Night Ranger at 6:45, but the real money is Kiss at 9 o'clock on Halloween night. But all day I can watch 2 football games in the afternoon. That's probably what I'll do. There's a little bar above the pool area that I usually go sit in. There's a bunch of places you can sit around the boat. You can go back to your room and watch football. But where's the fun in that? Like, I don't like being cooped up in the room. I want to go out and watch the game at a bar and look at the ocean and shit. So that's probably what I'll do. That's on Sunday. Won't get to see the Monday night game either, another Kiss show. But yeah, I got all day Sunday until about 9 o'clock or so to do whatever I want. That's probably what I'll do. I'm glad Sunday's going to be an easygoing day then.
Coming up here next, and of course Sue Bird and Drew Brees in the second half. I want to thank Marshawn Lynch. Not as wild about the language. I want to apologize.
They're having to apologize for Marshawn saying shit repeatedly. It took him a while, but he finally started saying it.
This show is live, so Eli's learned his lesson. Marshawn,
At least he didn't flip the double bird, Eli.
Keep your hands out, Eli. Anyway, we apologize for that, but anyway, let's get back to some football here, E. Cross the 50, Eli. This is what we always call the strike zone, right? It's a good chance to take a shot. You have the red zone down there inside.
2nd and 7. That last play didn't count, luckily for the Seahawks. Excuse me. Little bootleg action. Ooh. Well covered by Lattimore. Not on DK though. 3rd down.
And man-to-man coverage. Again, the Saints, they trust their DBs. They got beat on the one big play. They are not going to get away from what they do. They like 7 guys in the box. They're going to stop the run. And the DBs, it's kind of like a quarterback. After you throw an interception, you just forget about it. You move on, and you say, hey, this is what we do. I like to play press man-to-man. Latimer, he has a short memory.
Seahawks go empty on 3rd and 7.
And he knows it. He plays like it.
Metcalf is in the slot. DK Metcalf, slot receiver.
Maybe coming out. Let's see.
And timeout,
Right?
Seattle.
They only had 5 guys to block. They had 6 guys there in the interior.
Why is the clock still running? They called timeout.
Call timeout. Get to a better play. Maybe bring the tight end in the block. That's a good timeout there by Gino. I don't mind that one at all. Right? It's got 5 guys to protect. Right? There's 6 guys lined up right there across.
Yeah, it looks like that's going to be their game plan. Seattle's done a lot of empty with Geno, and it's great. You can get a lot of guys out, but if you can zone blitz it and bring some exotic blitzes, it's hard to pick up all those guys. If you got defensive ends dropping and blitzing away from that defensive end, you don't have a running back to scan the defense to pick up any extra blitzers. You got to make some calls. And 3rd and 7, if it's 3rd and 3 or 4, you can throw a hot, right? The receiver might just peek and you can throw it to him, get the first down. 3rd and 7, those hots don't get the first down. So I don't like versus Saints. I don't like empty on 3rd and long, because on 3rd and long, that's when the Saints
3rd and 7.
a lot of their junk blitzes, overload blitz.
Here's a blitz. Blitz. Gino on the run. Throw it away.
Now they're back in the backfield. They blitzed the nickel. The back missed it. The back should have scanned.
Yeah, he should have been able to pick that blitz up. That blitzer was coming really late. It was a nickel blitz. Look how late this guy is coming in.
Exactly.
1, 2, 3. The pocket collapses. Gino turns around, runs away, but nowhere to go with that ball.
He bails out early. He rolls left. Unfortunately, every receiver is on the right.
Yeah, I was just about to say there was nobody on the left side of the field. I don't like plays where you put all your receivers on one side of the field. I don't like that. You're literally just cutting your options in half, and if they get you flushed out of the pocket running the other way, you're in trouble. Never like those kinds of plays. That was a Dirk Cutter specialty when he was in Atlanta. He'd call these stupid fucking plays where, like, Matt Ryan's in the shotgun, they snap the ball, and Matt has to run to his right, and guess what? All fucking eligible receivers are pinned to the right corner of the field. Yeah, they're showing that time the Giants had, like, double-digit false start penalties when they played in Seattle.
I mean, this is, we tried to go to a silent count under center. Nothing was working. We were just jumping off sides.
I would probably pick Atlanta to cover Sunday. I'd pick Atlanta to beat Carolina. But I wouldn't hold my breath.
He's not calling a verbal audio cadence. Watch him motion. He's going to tap the center on the butt. That means he's ready.
We go Kamara.
Then the center snaps.
Best run of the night. Gain of 4.
I don't know if I can demonstrate in this tight jersey, but basically he's under
tight pants and a tight jersey. How's Peyton Manning breathing?
He's ready. The center doesn't have to snap it right then. That just tells the center Jameis is ready. If I'm the center, when I feel that tap, then I lift my head up and then snap it. And the guards and the tackles, they can feel that center lifting his head, right? They can see that, and they anticipate the snap count off of that. That's how the silent count works under center. So I'll talk about shotgun silent count when I come back.
Peyton got interrupted again. I hate I'm going to miss Giants Chiefs. I'm actually intrigued by that game now, but oh well. Boy, man, let me tell you. Zero sugar Powerade, the fruit punch flavor, amazing. Might be my favorite flavor. I don't know what it is about them zero sugar Gatorades, but they kind of give me the same effect that those zero sugar and diet sodas were starting to give me. Like dry mouth just makes you more thirsty, but these Powerades quench my thirst. Soothes my throat for these fucking long ass streams I do. Eagerly awaiting my COVID test results. I know what they are, but I have to have them to go down there or to get on the boat. pretty confident in the protocol. COVID test today, the lab test, and then the rapid test to get on the boat. So that covers like a 4 or 5 day period. And the Chris Jericho Rock and Wrestling Cruise came back COVID free on the same boat that I'm about to be on. I feel pretty good. Man, I wish them GTA remasters were out already so I could have something to play for the next couple days. Michael, I'll pick Arizona Thursday night. I will get to watch that game. I'll be in the hotel. I can't stream it, but I'll watch that game. I'd pick Arizona to win that game. I think Green Bay's good, but Arizona's on a different level. I'll take Arizona Thursday night. I don't know if they'll win by 6. How are they a 6-point favorite? Just because Devontae Adams is out? You really think it matters if he's out? Aaron Rodgers can fucking throw for 500 with practice squad guys. I've seen him do it. Adams making that spread that way is just ridiculous. Screen to Kamara. Now he's in the open field. Oh, boy, he was one ankle tackle away from going to the house. He got to the 40.
Let's watch Jameis here, right? There's the tap, right? The center turns his head to the left, right? And then he snaps the ball. The rest of the line is anticipating that center turn.
People overvalue great wide receivers. You got to have great wide receivers. Look at Seattle with Lockett and Metcalf. Still, wide receiver is the most overrated impact position in football. Wide receiver is entirely dependent on what the quarterback does. It's a dependent position. It's the most overrated in football. And Devontae Adams not playing Thursday is not relevant. Ooh, boy, Jameis avoided Jamal Adams and threw it in the dirt.
That's the version of it in the silent count. I really like what they're doing under center because I guarantee you all those false start penalties y'all had in 2005, back before games were in HD, y'all were not using the silent count, right? Eli, y'all were trying to use cadence. Nice move, Coach Coughlin.
I think the next year we tried it and we jumped off like the first 2 plays and we just said, all right, abort. Let's just go shotgun every time.
Jameis Winston looks cross-eyed. That would explain the interceptions.
Sticking with the run.
And, well, they are committed to this run. It's not getting them anywhere. That was a gain of 3, third down now. Tom Brady in the house. Oh, boy. Peyton, Brady, and Eli. A lot of history here.
New England, you played in some kind of bad weather, wind, rain. Did the game plan, did the strategy ever change when you played those games? Because you seemed to win all of them.
Definitely not all of them. First of all, it's great to see you both at the same time, and I could never turn you two down. So the opportunity to come on and be with both you guys at the same time.
Tom Brady looks gay with his fucking wireless earbuds in. It looks like he's got earrings.
So keep it up.
Not that there's anything wrong with that. 3rd and 7.
Both on the football field.
And he throws it short. It's caught, but short of the first down. There's a flag.
Although that jersey on Peyton's looking a little tighter than I remember.
Yeah, okay, all right. Let's get off me. Don't dodge the question. Talk about the weather. Talk about your glove. Talk about why you left.
Talk about throwing the ball 4 plays in a row while up by 35.
The reality is I always consider
pass interference on Seattle gets the Saints a first down.
I consider myself a cold weather quarterback, but being in here now down in the south, I'm a warm weather quarterback. I mean that's just. Screw that. I never want to deal with that ever again. We play Washington after, so we play the Saints next week, and then we have a bye and we're in Washington. I'm already checking the weather forecast in Washington in November, so it tells you how much I've softened up here in my very short period of time down here in South Florida. It's pretty good.
Absolutely. Yeah, it looks like it's pretty good.
Play action. Jameis drops just to check it down. The blitzer was coming late. Kamara got 7.
That was fun to watch yesterday, and you just keep.
Come on, throw the ball over their fucking heads. This new version of the Saints offense is boring.
I play with pretty good players right there. That's one of them, Mike, who just is a. He said I gave the ball away. That was good, and there was a lot
to get the ball back.
Trying to get that. We got it back, so I got it back.
Yeah.
There's a lot of negotiation in order to get the ball back.
Is the ball in Canton, or have you made it into an NFT? Talk about what the ball is.
It's
Kamara again, and gain of 2 sets up 3rd and 1.
You go there to bid on it. There's a lot of great things, auction items, memorabilia.
This man in Tampa is a goddamn idiot for giving the ball back. You realize how much you could pay charge for that ball? Some idiot will buy it.
leverage as
Amateur
possible.
move. Yeah.
He got $1,000 for the Tampa team stores, season tickets for the remainder of this year and next season, a signed Mike Evans jersey and game cleats, 2 signed Tom Brady jerseys and helmets, and a round of golf with Brady. So, I mean, he made out okay. And the Seahawks stuffed the Saints on 3rd and 1 for no gain.
At the end of the day, I think he's still making out pretty well.
I would go for this.
Hey, Tom,
Go for this.
right there. They tried to run it. I mean,
Kamara got stuffed.
You're one of
You got to
the
go
best
for this.
guys.
4th and a half a
Did
yard.
y'all call those plays, or are you checking to that at the line of scrimmage?
Damn, Brooks just came in there and leveled Kamara. Quarterback sneak all the way. Sneak all the way.
Had the option to always do it.
Jameis just got pissy at the ref. Here we go. He's going to hard count him. And then he'll snap it. Come on, you got to go for this.
You know, I believe
And
that
false
if they're
start.
Someone moved. If they're all
Just fucking snap the ball and push forward. It's a half a yard.
If they're all deep, they throw it short. If they're short, you know.
None of this hard count shit. You just made your own team get a false start. Just go. Quick snap and go. Oh, never mind. Timeout, New Orleans, before the action. Timeout. No penalty. The crowd's pissed.
You guys know.
It'll still be 4th and inches. You still got to go for this.
There, you know, because sometimes on those 4th and 1 quarterback sneaks, Adams will dive over the line and try to blow it up. They tried to like go fast, do a quick cadence, fake the quarterback sneak, but he didn't take the bait and right there. But did they call a penalty right there? Did they get the quarterback? Did they get the quarterback for doing?
My stream is doing that thing again on my phone where it wants to cut off. Am I still on?
Hey, Eli,
I like going for this though.
Hey, Eli, we got to keep going quick here. Let's keep going quick because Tom's got to go to bed here soon. So let's keep going.
Yeah.
Tom, what do you like here, 4th and 1?
What's your curfew,
I
Tom?
like going for it. We're past it, but only for
What's
you
your
guys
call?
when I break my
Sneak it?
curfew. Yeah, I can sneak it.
4th and inches.
First base.
False start again. But they got away with it.
Hard to stop, you know, at the end of the day.
I think there was a false start there, but I don't think they threw a flag, and Jameis got the first.
900 pounds and just push it forward. So that's pretty.
Yeah, I looked down and my phone screen was off. I was like, oh, God, did my stream stop?
The center and the guard right where Jameis goes. That's nice.
They jumped
2.5, and that's pretty good.
That's a false start. Saints got away with one there. They got to use a timeout and avoid the first false start, and then they commit another false start, and they get the first down.
Try to use cadence under center.
Yeah, we tried both. Under center. It can
So the
get
Saints have
tough.
fluked their way to a new set of downs in
Yeah,
Seattle
it's on
territory. How
the whole
nice.
time.
Camara brought down for a loss and a
It's
flag on
tough,
top
you know,
of it.
the
I bet it's a
Southern
hold.
I ask the tackles a lot. That's what I do. I just if they can hear me, we obviously want to use the cadence. But if they can't hear me, then we've obviously got to under center go to the silent count. But we all got spoiled last year playing with no fans because it was just basically it was pretty crazy. I mean, especially very fortunate for me being a new offense. That's. People underestimate how crowd noise plays a factor just in the overall communication of things. So, when you have the advantage and the home field advantage, those games.
You see that boy Matty Ice slinging that shit to Kyle Pitts all over Miami yesterday?
And the crowd noise, it's just, one or two.
Well, keep in mind, remember Northland Cable said there will be intermittent outages.
If 7 of them
So
miscommunicate,
hopefully we just have like those 2-second intermittent outages.
You got to pretty much struggle to overcome.
1st and 20 and Jameis play action Damn.
Good top right there.
up to the 40.
Tom, the Saints are playing. It reminds me of last year, right before opening day, Buccaneers versus Saints. It's a Friday. I'm headed to my son's flag football practice that I'm coaching. We're undefeated, by the way. And you asked me, how I got the Colts offense integrated into the Broncos offense when I signed with Denver. And my first thought was, why are you waiting to 48 hours before the game to ask me that question? Somehow you got it integrated.
That was a gain of 14 after the holding penalty. And now a first down. Oh, they mark him just short?
4 games in
No, they say first.
Your Mike McCoy era. And then I think after about 4 games, you're like, screw that. Let's just kind of do the things that I used to do. But I think
Third down. Wow, they do mark him a half yard short.
I got this dice right.
Yeah, Matt Ryan is signed through next year. He was slinging that shit to Kyle Pitts yesterday.
That actually took a while. All the language is the same, but
I got to give him credit because nobody else will give him credit.
However you call it, it's different verbiage. So we all kind of run the same stuff at the end of the day.
time we
You're
have
taking
you,
all my
buddy.
records. Hey, Tom, you're taking all my records, and you also took all my coaches, Bruce Arians, Clyde Christensen, Todd Moore. I mean, I feel like you're, single white female, stage 1 stalker clinger here, buddy.
I have more,
Why she got to be white, Peyton?
I have more Peyton Manning stories at this point.
Third
I
and
could write a
an
book
inch.
on the amount of Peyton. All these coaches that, believe me, thought you loved you so much.
And they run it with Kamara, who got, oh, man, he got tackled around the head. That should be a flag. And I think he got the first. That should have been stuffed again. That was another great effort there by Seattle. But I think he got just enough for the first on second effort. They're going to measure.
Needless to say, you're always the topic of conversation in our quarterback room, just so you guys know.
Speaking of Clyde Christensen, longtime coach for the Colts.
Look at that. Bobby Wagner had Kamara wrapped up, but
good for TB12.
Kamara was able to get enough forward momentum, I think, to probably get this first. Wagner tackled him high, too, like around the face.
Your T-shirts and hats.
Oh, no, it's clean.
I don't think I've seen Clyde yet. Short. Are you trying to short the TB12 stock here? What's going on?
Yes.
This isn't right. I need to get Clyde eat non-packaged foods. Too much of what he eats actually comes in a wrapper, and you got to tear it apart. I say, Clyde, just because it's popcorn doesn't mean it doesn't.
Matt Ryan is better than Eli. He's better than Joe Flacco. He's better than Marino, in my opinion. Of course, Marino's from a different time, but I think him and Marino are very comparable. I think Matt and Drew Brees are very comparable. It's just Drew Brees. Obviously, the Saints' offense was more pass-happy. For a long time, the Falcons were actually a balanced team. From 28 to 2012, the Falcons ran a lot. They were very balanced. Jameis goes quarterback sneak again on 4th and inches and gets the first. At least they didn't get a false start this time. Matt Ryan is a great quarterback. He'll never get the credit for it. He's just as good as guys like Kurt Warner. Kurt Warner gets praised just because he got one ring. You know, people overvalue Super Bowl rings as an individual accomplishment. Super Bowl rings are a team accomplishment. Does anybody think that Trent Dilfer's better than Dan Marino? It's the old Dilfer-Marino argument. Do you think Dilfer's better than Marino? Well, Dilfer won a Super Bowl.
I like his process.
You know, rings are totally overvalued as an individual accomplishment. Team accomplishment? Yes, it is. But individually, I mean, fuck. Ben Roethlisberger played like shit against Seattle in that Super Bowl, but oh, he got that ring. Hell, Peyton Manning wasn't even that impressive in either of his Super Bowl wins.
How hard is that?
And Peyton's an all-time great. Eli's like one of the worst quarterbacks I've ever seen win a Super Bowl, let alone two.
Three deep, three buzz, very simple in what they did.
Timeout, Seattle. They were late substitution there. I don't think that fat-ass defensive tackle was going to make it off the field in time. He was hustling, though.
I want to hear about some defensive philosophies coming back. Stay with us, pal.
Still 7-0 Seattle, but the Saints are driving slowly. And I think my stream stopped again. Told you there'd be technical difficulties. Matt Ryan's better than Phillip Rivers by a fucking mile. And I thought Rivers was underappreciated too, but he's no Matt Ryan. Matt Ryan's better than Matthew Stafford is, was, or ever will be. So I think Stafford's about on Matt Ryan's level, but Matt Ryan was always better than him and still is. Stafford's just in a really good situation now, and I'm happy for him because he's underrated as well. If Drew Brees didn't have that one ring, he'd be looked at like how people try to look at Matt Ryan, because Brees and Matt Ryan are very similar. Okay. Stream's still on. I don't like that it's acting up, though. I thought we were past this, Northland. This is a long drive. They're coming up on the 14th play of this drive. They should have been off the field already because they false started twice on 4th down a few plays ago.
All right, we're back. We got Tom Brady. Saints are in the red zone. Tom, talk about your philosophy in the red zone. To me, it was always touchdown first, then check down, right? Take what the defense gives you, don't force it. Talk about your philosophy down here inside the 25.
Obviously, with the field getting compressed so much, it's tougher to throw it. I mean, if you can, the easiest way to score ultimately is to run the ball.
Fullback run here for the Saints gets a first down.
Where some of those receivers are double covered. So I always think that's where it gets hard.
This is their best drive of the day. 2 4th down conversions. One of them shouldn't have happened, though. Seattle defense needs a break.
The easiest thing. It's not the place to put in, who we cornered the market on, the 5'8" receivers, This isn't the area for the Welkers and the Danny Woodheads and the Amendolas. This is where you need the Gronks.
Straight drop back from Jameis. Plenty of time. Plenty of time. Now he's on the run. Pump fakes. 1st and goal down at the 4. Wow, that was a hell of a play by Jameis. And how about that defender? He fell for the pump fake after Jameis was like 10 yards past the line of scrimmage.
Why would you jump when he's 10 yards past the line of scrimmage?
If you go back and look at Atlanta from 2008 through the 2012 season, and then 16 and 17 when they were really good, when they bounced back and were really good again. 2008 to 2012, they lost in the playoffs to the team that always went on to the Super Bowl.
Defense is kind of like
and they put up a lot of great numbers and had a couple of 13-win seasons in there. All winning seasons for that time period and a few 13-win seasons. Kamara down to the 1. 2nd and goal at the 1.
Sure, so tell me how that conversation goes at breakfast in the morning. All right. 2nd and goal.
And in 2012, Atlanta was clutch. They were literally the opposite of like the Falcons the last few years. 28 to 2012 Falcons. Matt Ryan got his Matty Ice nickname for a reason. The Falcons were just unbelievably clutch. For 5 or 6 years straight, they were just ridiculous at winning these close games, coming from behind, winning games in the 4th quarter. Atlanta was on fire with that for a long time. They lost their mojo after that Super Bowl. And Kamara stuffed again, loss of 2, 3rd and goal from the 3.
So you get those big stuff like 97 right there. I mean, that's a lot of man right there to try to move off the ball. So trying to run off tackle.
Hey, fucking D Ford there. The reason Tom Brady got one of his Super Bowl rings. That fat bastard lined up off sides when Brady threw a game-losing interception against Kansas City in the championship game. But that's neither here nor there. Brady fans won't talk about how Brady got bailed out by that. 3rd and goal. Saints in the gun. They're going to throw it. And, that should have been picked. Jameis threw it right to the linebacker who batted it down. Peyton saying go for it. I agree. I go for it, but I don't think they're going to. Especially after Jameis just threw the ball straight to the linebacker. They're just going to take the points.
So they played zone.
Oh, my Lord.
They had some crossing routes. They had all these crossers, and they zoned it off.
Linebacker played volleyball instead of catching the damn thing. The Saints are going to take the field goal.
To me, I mean, all the analytics,
That 16-play drive ends in a field goal. How very Falcons of you, Saints. 7-3 Seattle.
All of a sudden, you're going to be good on 4th down. Take the points. Forget the analytics.
Surprised to hear Peyton say take the points, forget analytics. So I figured Peyton would be like, nah, give me a chance on this 4th down. But Peyton comes from the era where going for it on 4th down was pretty taboo. Going for it on 4th down this much is definitely a modern NFL thing. I think it started in Madden. It's infuriating to play Madden with some motherfucker and you get them on like 4th and 20 and they throw it up and get lucky and they go for it from like their own 30. This is the Madden generation. We go for it on 4th down a lot. On Madden, if I am across midfield, hell, if I'm across my own 40, let's be honest. I just dropped my fucking lid to my damn Powerade. Now I gotta look for it. If I'm across midfield and I'm on like 4th and 3, if I'm on less than 4 yards, I'm probably gonna go for it. Where the fuck did that lid go? It's a fucking mystery, guys. Well, it's a good thing I've only got like 2 sips of this left. Because I don't have a lid for it now. I miss playing Madden, but Madden's not fun anymore because Madden sucks. Thursday from the Holiday Inn. Packers Cardinals. No stream that night. Sorry, guys. That's a game I've had circled and would want to stream.
Saints had a good drive there, converted on a couple of 4th and 1s to get down. Just could not get the touchdown. Had to settle for the field goal.
Wipe that smile up your face, Brady.
Brady with us right now. He's still awake, and he's going to take us through halftime. So, Pate, you still got the jersey on. Pate, you only got like 3 more minutes, and then you can take off that jersey. You don't have to wear it in the second half.
I'm sweating bad. I don't have the pit stains, but I'm sweating in this jersey. I can't wait to take it off.
Tom, I was getting on Peyton last couple weeks ago.
Hey, fun fact, Michael. I think I've mentioned this before, but it bears repeating. In 2011, the Falcons, the Patriots, the Packers, and the 49ers averaged 32 points a game combined. But when they all played the Giants, they averaged 14. But yes, let's give Eli credit for that fucking Super Bowl win. Never mind the fact that, once again, 2011, Packers, Falcons, Patriots, 49ers averaged 32 points a game, but when they all played the Giants, they averaged 14. Sit on that and rotate. That's how good the Giants' defense was. The Falcons were Tony Gonzalez, Roddy Watt, Michael Turner, Julio Jones, and Matt Ryan. The 49ers were Colin Kaepernick at his peak. Unstoppable, set a playoff rushing record against the Packers. Hell, the Packers were Aaron fucking Rodgers in the best season he's ever had. 2011 Aaron Rodgers is God tier level. Jordy Nelson and Aaron Rodgers. They still had Greg Jennings at that point. He was still in his prime. But the Giants made them all average 14 points combined.
The games we played against each other, although I enjoyed
oh boy, this running back with a mean cutback here. Oh damn, gets fucking leveled. Lost a 3.
We had so many great battles. So I
enjoyed all
being
our
a part
games,
of them.
Tom. I really enjoyed them.
There's something about those silver helmets that when you saw them, it was like talk about lighting up. Eli, it was just unstoppable.
They're talking about Eli and how he always played well against the Patriots.
Drank before the game. I got to get some of those.
Eli couldn't beat Philadelphia to save his life. Their most hated division rival, but they played the Patriots. Eli was fucking Marino, man. Good read by Gino there to make this a 3rd and 3. And there's a flag down in the secondary.
Great defensive play by Malcolm and to get the interception there at the end. And I don't want to talk about that play, but I do want to talk a little bit about your celebration during that play. I don't want to talk about your vertical jump. I want to talk about how you just had Jimmy G right there and you just completely ignored him. Say, I'm not going to give you a high five. And just nothing.
They're making fun of Brady for ignoring Jimmy G when he was celebrating the Super Bowl 49.
I think that vertical jump was, that was impressive for me. I mean, that was like 14 inches or something like that, which is, look, Can you get it? Can we slide it?
Oh my God, Josh.
Jimmy, I didn't see it. Sorry, Jimmy.
Get off me.
I apologize.
Yeah, you get nothing. You get nothing and like it. I'm just hugging. Nothing.
You get nothing and lie. I made Peyton crack up. Gino down the field again. Oh, Lockett almost made a nice catch. Incomplete. That would have been nice.
Same play they tried earlier, Eli.
Yeah, it was the same play they scored with DK on. It was just to the other side of the field with Lockett, who totally outran the corner, but the safety closed in. It was a little underthrown, too. Lockett had to come back to it.
That's pretty good coverage as well.
Good coverage. He's a rookie, third-round pick.
What made the coverage look good was that Gino underthrew that ball a little bit.
From Stanford. Devo does a good job. He's a little like
we're not even going to talk about Kyle Williams in that NFC Championship game, are we, Michael? Kyle Williams, who must have been an undercover agent for the Giants that day.
He's a really talented player. So
yeah, I remember shit.
Really athletic defense.
First down, Seattle.
Bradley's a really good player.
What would you rather see? Hey, Tom, what would you rather see? A talented defense that lines up in the same defense every single play, cover three buzz like old Seattle, or a defense that's maybe not as talented but has a lot of exotic blitzes, overload blitzes, multiple disguises.
Tom Brady loves zone defense. Have you not figured that out yet? That's why Pittsburgh always got their ass beat by New England.
I think of those early Miami defenses, 2000 to about 2005.
Yes.
They lined up, the same front, same coverages, and I think the worst games of my career was against the Miami Dolphins.
Hell, the Giants won the game on a botched punt in overtime.
15 yards passing. We couldn't
Taunting on Seattle here.
complete passes. It was embarrassing, and they didn't do anything different. And then, that's
Everett got flagged for taunting after the play.
Rex Ryan styles that I would say in the mid, 2008, 2009, 2010. Those are really tough too. You and I talked about those.
Yeah, that's literally the definition of taunting. You've got to be smarter than that. That would have been flagged last year before they started this fucking crackdown on taunting bullshit. So that was a stupid play by Everett. Fucking moron. That would have been flagged before they started flagging taunting for no damn reason.
So I think now the game's more built to.
So Seattle's back to their own territory again. It's a first down, though. And that run goes nowhere.
We've learned how to spread teams out a lot more to figure out kind of where the matchups are and where you can find some quick throws. So,
New Orleans calls timeout here. They want to get the ball back before half.
A little bit from time to time, but I mean, Coach Belichick's defense hasn't changed much in 20 years. It may look a little bit different,
to me, the Belichick defense, the Tampa Monty Kiffin defense, Seattle Legion of Boom, Pittsburgh. I mean, you knew exactly what they were going to do.
Oh, remember that was New Orleans and the 49ers. New Orleans 49ers is one of the greatest playoff games I've ever seen. That Vernon Davis catch, yeah. That is one of my favorite. And poor Drew Brees. Drew Brees threw 2 go-ahead touchdowns late in the fourth quarter. What more can you ask of a man? And the Saints defense still shits the bed and loses the game. Brees threw 2 game winners and the Saints still lost. Jimmy Graham went off that day. 2nd and 9, and Gino's on the run, throws it away. 3rd and 9. And the Saints will save a timeout with 2:39 to go in the half.
I think you got to just, try to come up and challenge us and, just get up there and see what you can do and see if you can guard us. And, I think that's really been a style that's been successful. So
the Green Bay Niners game was the next year when Kaepernick rushed for over 200 yards and just embarrassed the Packers. The Packers just looked ridiculously bad.
That worked really well. By the way, congratulations on knowing how many downs.
And the Niners defense was really great too. That team was loaded. And it fell apart so fast within a couple of years. The Niners should have been a dynasty. The 49ers from 2011 to 14 should have been a dynasty. And you could say the same about Seattle as well. From 2012 through 2015.
I got a little confused at that one.
You had 2 just beastly teams in the same division at that point. And there's only one ring to show for it, and it was the one Seattle ring. Oh, they're making fun of Brady for the 4th down against Chicago a year ago.
It's fourth quarter. He's saying fourth quarter.
How come I I never got a
Skip
chance
Bayless is
to
going to rant about that tomorrow and say Peyton shows how jealous he is by bringing up Brady's fourth down gaff against Chicago. What does this say about Peyton Manning?
Believe me, Eli has them, and he's showing on me. I mean, he's got me in this jersey right now. I can promise you, there's some negative plays coming up here in a minute. Hey, Eli, that was the same situation as a minute ago. Hey, Eli, it was
My nose still feels funny from that fucking COVID test earlier today. My left nostril still feels weird. 3rd and 9, they go empty. They're going to be aggressive here. And Gino's running. Ooh, boy, he throws it over the middle. Picked. That was a oh, never mind. The ref says it hit the ground. That looked like an interception, but that ref is vehemently saying it hit the ground. That was a horrible decision by Gino regardless. That's an interception, buddy. That's an interception. Oh, well, when he rolled out of bounds. Let's see, catch. It did come out late. Boy, Gino caught a break. That was a terrible fucking decision.
We don't have an option to bail to the right. We have no choice but to stay in the pocket. But he bails a little early sometimes. It puts that line.
Gino tried to turn it over there. Saints get it back with 2:26 and a timeout in the half.
But he stayed in the pocket. He'd kind of look around, extend, step up, and kind of hit guys. Just keep running. They keep running routes for him. Always kind of saying, hey, he might throw this anywhere. You know, sometimes you have this post routes, kind of love of the game clear out. All of a sudden, Russell starts scrambling, and you know you run hard, and he throws a 65-yard bomb and hits you. So, you know, I think that's kind of the difference between Gino. Gino's kind of trying to get out of the pocket some. Or Russell did a great.
You just got to throw that ball away. He's been doing good about throwing it away when he has to. That was a dumb decision.
Yeah. You got to have a lot of confidence. Yeah. You got to have a lot of confidence in your speed to stand in there. You know, like a lot of these guys let those D linemen get close.
Kamara catches a short pass and goes for about 15.
You know, there's 3 of us on here that are really
See if the Saints snap it again before the 2. I don't think they will.
Throw at all costs. So it was a matter of survival.
Hey, you can see now Seattle is blitzing Adams, but playing cover.
Saints are going to snap it one more time. They do with 2:04. And Jameis, he had wide open Kenny Stills and he underthrew it. 2-minute warning.
Behind us. So we have the 2-minute warning here.
Hey, Eli was ready for this commercial break.
And watch this 2-minute drive because there's not many people better than you at doing the.
Jameis has missed short a lot tonight. Sitting here watching a Monday Night Football game where Geno Smith and Jameis Winston are the quarterbacks. What am I doing? When do I get to watch more Joe Burrow, man? The Bengals are lighting it up. When do I get to watch more Joe Burrow? I need to see me some more Joe Burrow soon. Get me some Bengals games. They beat the brakes off Baltimore. It's hot in here. Then again, I'm wearing these fucking jogging pants. I need my halftime piss break. That Powerades run through me, but I'm going to hold off until halftime. Because I don't want to miss Chris Berman. That website said fingerhut.com. I thought it said fingernut.com. Somebody would be like, ew. Yeah, I'm in a constant state of sweating here. Fuck this. Time to put the shorts on. I have a decent pair of shorts. These shorts don't have pockets, but it's okay. It's hot in here. My shorts with pockets are all packed up, ready to go to Florida. these shorts because they have Saints colors on them. Dude, I still fucking hate the Saints with a passion. Although it's hard to have that much passion anymore now that the Breeze era is over and the Falcons are dog shit. I have lost my passion.
Yeah, I think it's
still hate them though,
the middle 8 minutes,
and I still hope all the bad things happen to them.
Are so important to the overall outcome in winning the middle 8 minutes, and who wins the end of the first half and then the start of the.
Checks it down to Kamara. Almost made a man miss. Good effort to hold him down there. Third down. Seattle has no timeouts. The Saints can do what they want to do on this third down clockwise. They're going no huddle. 3rd and 4. Man to man. Jameis is going to run for it. Good decision. And he slides down when he sees Jamal Adams coming, but he got a gain of 6 in a first. Minute and 30 now.
Like as you referred to, we always call it the last shot. You know, you don't want to come down in a basketball game and throw up a 3-pointer with 18 seconds left on the shot clock. So, although I never minded. Offsides.
They didn't call it. He checks it down to Kamara, who cuts upfield to the 27 of the Seahawks. Seattle was offsides anyway. But they didn't throw the flag, so I'm glad Jameis didn't just throw it up. And Kamara did the work there. Saints in scoring range again. 51 seconds and counting. Wide open. Out of bounds at the Seattle 13 with 47 seconds. Saints still have one timeout. Another good-looking drive.
From the 11-yard line in. So, a lot of it was, so there's different philosophies. When I was at the Patriots for a long time, the philosophy was we definitely.
What? Tom Brady used to play for the Patriots? You're kidding.
So if you got the ball, whatever we need to do to at least keep them from scoring, that's goal number one. The second thing is, let's go down and get in scoring position. The third thing was let's score a touchdown. So if you could score a touchdown with no time remaining, that was
Oh, Jameis dropped the snap, picks it back up, throws it short to Kamara, and nobody's there. Nobody's there. Touchdown, Saints. Jameis drops the snap, and the Seahawks leave Kamara wide-ass open in the flat. It's fucking Alvin Kamara. Nobody was there. One missed tackle down the field, and he's in the end zone.
How did you guys call that at the Colts? When you fumbled a snap like that? Did you have a name for that?
No. I was so far away from trying to get on that fumble like Jeff.
Seattle's look, Kamara was wide fucking open.
Eli, he's throwing these option routes to Kamara a lot more accurately, right? Early in the season, he was a little bit
Saints trying to take a 3-point lead now with this extra point.
Get north, up the field right away. Got the touchdown right there.
And it's good. It's 10-7.
Yeah, and I think it's because they're playing
with
more
40
zone,
seconds
right?
to go in the half.
Man-to-man, that's when he didn't
See if
feel
what Seattle
comfortable
wants to do with this
throwing
40
that
seconds and no
route
timeouts.
before he got
I
to
doubt
the
they let
line.
Geno take a chance here. They'll probably just be content to go to half.
And he's throwing that nice and accurate.
There's tier right there. There's little tiers. The Peyton Manning staple right there.
Yeah, I like Mac Jones a lot. I still think New England's got a lot of work to do. I don't know what it's going to take to turn New England around. Beat the brakes off the Jets, though. I mean, that's not an accomplishment, but damn, man. Drop 50 on anybody. And if you drop 50 on anybody, you did something. I don't care how bad the other team is. You drop 50, you did something. It's like, yeah, they beat the Jets, but with 50 fucking points. Hell, you get above 40 on somebody, that's a big deal, but 50?
109 to Kamara, that's the one guy I wouldn't want to let get off. It's
Brady sarcastically saying what I just said. Kamara's not the guy I would want to let go off.
So, like, is the coach mad at you because you scored too quickly right there, or is he okay giving it back?
Got to be 35, 34 seconds left. Bad field position. I think you just take a knee and go to half. With this field position, you got to just knee it and go to half. Down by 3. After playing a pretty good half, and then they let the Saints get hot in that 2-minute drill.
This is probably a non-scoring scenario. I think Seattle just gets out of
I'm a Falcons fan, but I admit I am partial to the Raiders and Washington. Falcons fan all the way. But when I watch a Raiders game, I tend to cheer for the Raiders. I watch a Washington game, I cheer for them. That'd be the other two teams I'm kind of partial to.
You ripped your Under Armour pants on a golf course.
And Seattle's going to throw it here on first down with no timeouts. 30 seconds of counting. There's a flag in the backfield. Just throw it away. Oh, man. Hit Everett, but he dropped it, but there's going to be a hold anyway. You just go to half. You just got to go to the half here.
True. Oh, Paul, it's just kidding.
Wow. Damon has moved on from his Patriots. He's now a Bucs fan. Say it ain't so. I already asked you about Clyde Christensen being good for the TB12 brand. I think we know the answer to that one. Eli, you got anything for him? I'm out. I've grilled Tom. I gave him my best shot.
I got nothing left for him. I just, he's playing great football. I still haven't figured. He never gave me the answer of how he keeps doing it. 44, throwing 600 touchdowns. He throws 4 touchdowns every single game of the season. It's just.
Seattle lines up in the shotgun again. They're just going to run it.
Great competitors and.
Go to half.
Doing it, man.
Should have just taken a knee and went to half there.
Appreciate you, pal. Thanks a lot for coming on, man.
My pleasure. Love seeing
And
you
the
guys.
Saints call timeout.
Best your family.
Interesting.
You're enjoying, some extra time with them.
They're going to make Seattle run it. You just take a knee here.
Appreciate it, pal. And the Saints
All right, pal.
are calling
Thanks
timeout.
so much.
Thanks, buddy. Eli, the Saints are calling timeout.
Why would the Saints call the timeout? Now, if I'm Seattle, I'm just going to take a knee.
In the game. I was watching off a phone. We got bad weather. We got worse weather in Seattle and New Jersey right now, so had some issues. But I'm back live, and Saints are calling timeout. See if they can block a punt, right?
I'm kind of biased for 2 teams in the AFC West, the Raiders and the Chargers. I'm kind of biased. I call Chargers West Coast Falcons, so I sympathize with their plot.
10,
Raiders are the Raiders.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3.
No, keep it on. Keep it on.
Now they'll have to reattach Peyton's mock. He ripped it off, pulling the jersey off. I am going to run to the bathroom. It's my halftime piss break. I'll be right back. I just realized this pair of shorts I'm wearing with no pockets, I have not worn them since I dropped 80 pounds. These things are fucking comfortable now. They used to be tight when I was a fucking fat ass, but since I lost like 80, 85 pounds, these feel pretty good. No pockets on them though, so I never wear them. We don't care.
Two teams unfamiliar with each other.
I know you don't. I'm just talking out loud.
All right, we've got highlights ahead. The Beast Storm tonight, not so much of a big deal, but it was last night. And hit Santa Clara, Carson Wentz let the
That touchdown to Pittman late in that game last night must have just been soul crushing. I was just glad because it meant I could turn that fucking game off. You know what, Michael? I'm with you. I'm partial to the Bills Mafia as well. I admit I root for the Bills because they just were so bad for so long. I'm like that with the Browns and the Bills. Another day with my window open all day long. Gotta tell you about the lunch I had. I went to this Mexican place here in town, Don Ramon's. Best steak I've ever had in my life. Best shrimp I've ever had in my life. The rice was great. I want to go back there again. I got the taste for steak. If I want to get a steak on the cruise, it's going to cost me like $25 probably or something. I know it costs extra to get a good one unless they're serving it at the other restaurant.
Insurance halftime.
It's halftime.
Here in Seattle tonight, Jameis Winston the drop, snap, but Alvin Kamara turns it into a touchdown and a 3-point lead. More big plays coming on Monday night, but right now, the best of Sunday. Chris Berman's fastest three. Hey, boom.
Hi, Susie. Sava played a salmon for me up there in the beautiful Pacific Northwest. The lone undefeated team in the National Football League going to Week 7.
I forgot, the Texans are so bad. I didn't pay attention to the Arizona-Houston game. But yeah, it was D-Hop and J.J. Watt getting their payback on Houston. Hey, I won my fantasy game too.
Here we go with our
Congratulations, Robert. We both won.
Cardinals, we're talking about 1974. Jim Hart throwing bombs away to the likes of Mel Gray.
Where's Dan Deerdorf?
Roger Worley playing corner and Jackie Smith, the tight end. They started 7-0. These Cardinals of Kyler Murray.
Zach Ertz touchdown yesterday.
They went on to win 31-5 over Houston, and somewhere above, Don Coryell is smiling. Upstart.
Imagine getting traded from the suck-ass Eagles to the undefeated Cardinals. That'd feel good. Joe Burrow.
To CJ Halls of Mont Azoma.
Azoma, what a great last name. These new Bengals uniforms are sexy, and I think the uniforms have made the Bengals better. Jamar Chase is a stud. Oh, but he dropped some balls in the preseason. Bengals are rolling. Speaking of rolling, Tennessee, they wasted a lot of unnecessary carries on Henry yesterday. He only had 86 yards on 29 carries. They got to cut some of them carries out on days like that. But nonetheless, they win by 24. That was the game I watched, unfortunately. Kansas City got the brakes beat off of them again. Speaking of getting the brakes, Matt Nagy caught COVID today. That's not bad news for Bears fans. It's good news. Bad news for Nagy. Hope he gets better. But hopefully he'll never coach the Chicago Bears ever again.
Justin Fields. Oh my goodness, the Bucs defense. Row your boat. They forced 5 turnovers.
Look away. It's Washington at Green Bay. This game went exactly how I figured it would. Neither team had anything on their helmets other than numbers. 24-10 Packers. Could have been worse. Let's be real. Packers defense plays good against bad teams. Have you noticed that? And finally, Jared Goff was responsible for a Rams victory. Trouble is, he plays for the Lions. There he is. Smoking the Eagles. 5-2. Hey, here's my boy Matty Ice and Kyle Pitts. Hey, they're showing Miami highlights. Why they lost. Oh, congratulations, you scored one ahead, but then Matty Ice showed up. Look at that. Dot. Put some fucking respect on Matt Ryan for those throws he was making yesterday. Fucking slinging that shit. Here's the Kendrick Bourne touchdown to Aguilar. That was amazing. I feel like Belichick was just trolling the Jets at this point. Carolina, New York, the head scratcher of the day. Sam Darnold back in MetLife Stadium, and he plays like he did the last time he was in MetLife Stadium. And he got benched, and the Panthers are trying to trade for Deshaun Watson. Ugh, yuck. Saw that shit where Heineke slid. Well, he didn't slide, but he went down at the 1-yard line when he could have scored a touchdown.
Well, a tough day for Darnold and bad timing. Trade deadline a week from tomorrow, and the quarterback's already on the move. Well, yeah, we saw tonight.
Oh, yeah, Joe Flacco got traded to the Jets. Whoopee. Why didn't the Jets trade for Gardner Minshew instead of Joe Flacco?
The quarterback that everybody's waiting to see is Deshaun Watson, and whether or not he's traded by the deadline next week. Keep in mind, 3 parties have to agree to it. The Texans have to agree to the compensation. The acquiring team, if they can get it done, has to be comfortable with the compensation, and Deshaun Watson has that no trade. He can veto a trade where he doesn't want to go, Booger.
It's a complicated situation. What are you looking for, Boog, in the second half of this game?
I think if Deshaun
The Seahawks are honoring Matt Hasselbeck at halftime, by the way. Well-deserved. Hasselbeck, underrated in his day.
You can't keep the shackles on forever.
Hasselbeck did great as a backup guy in his later years, coming in and winning games for the Colts.
So going on behind us right here,
I always liked Hasselbeck.
colleague Matt Hasselbeck inducted into the Ring of Honor.
Should have a fucking Super Bowl ring, but that's another story. You talk about getting robbed.
Now a member of the Ring of Honor.
You spend 10 years with a football team and get them to a Super Bowl. You're special.
Congratulations, Matt. Second half ahead.
Where's Mike Holmgren? Boy, it got like 10 degrees cooler in here when I put shorts on. So calling yourself a crazy white boy means you're a white supremacist now. That's fascinating. God, young people. They're trying to turn me into a boomer. I'm not a boomer. I'm a youngish person, 27 years old. But these kids got to stop trying to make me into a boomer with their fucking retarded shit. I'm just checking out shit on my phone during the break. That's why I'm quiet. Go to Twitter and see if I see anything football related that's interesting. Give me something to talk about during these long, protracted periods of silence. Stream's going pretty well tonight. I wasn't quite ready to trust my internet again, but we're doing okay. Have mercy. Liv Morgan. That's almost enough to make me want to watch wrestling again. Barry McCockiner. I'm disappointed Peyton and Eli didn't ask Tom Brady why he associates himself with a quack who used to steal money from terminally ill cancer patients. He's talking about Alex Guerrero. That was interesting what Tom Brady had to say about defenses earlier, considering over half his Super Bowl. Well, let me count. 1, 2, 3, 5 of Tom Brady's Super Bowl rings are because of defense. And Brady was on the air saying, "Hey, defense ain't nothing." But he wouldn't have Super Bowl rings if he didn't have those fucking top-notch elite defenses he's had in his lifetime that have won almost every fucking Super Bowl for him. But, you know, what are you going to do? He's Tom Brady, he's the GOAT. I guess. I would expect Rodgers to fulfill his Pat McAfee commitment. He talks like he looks forward to being on that show, so. Damn, Teddy Bruschi said playing defense is like a dog chasing a car. Tom Brady's not my friend anymore.
Saying playing defense is like chasing a car. Tom Brady's not my friend anymore. So I think Tom's going to have to call a press
Smooth things over with Teddy B. Bruschi was a beast in his day. Like I said, 5 of Tom Brady's Super Bowl rings are pretty much all defensive efforts.
10-7, the Saints kind of have a chance to do what Brady talked about, is where they deferred, they got the ball, 2-minute drive.
Falcons averaged 33 points a game, and the Patriots held them to 21 in that Super Bowl. The only reason the Falcons got to 28 is because, oh yeah, Tom Brady threw a pick 6. And then won a coin toss.
Great job by the Saints.
But, you know.
Kind of using that 2-minute drive to get back in this game.
Seattle doesn't want that to happen, right? Seattle wants to be three-dimensional, right? Drop back on 1st and 10, handoff on 1st and 10, play action.
New Orleans will get the second half kickoff with a 3-point lead.
That doesn't benefit Seattle's offense, and so it's a big step. It's a big series for Seattle's defense here, trying to stop them here.
Now that it's not a 2-minute drill, I expect the Saints to settle back in and play their usual boring brand of short ball offense with runs that go nowhere. 2-minute drill kind of forced them to sling that shit a little bit.
Barstool buddy's been giving me a hard time. Hey, great quarterback, Matt Hasselbeck, going into the Seahawks Ring of Honor tonight.
Hasselbeck was a great player. And a great leader, too.
Great player. What a class guy. Congratulations, Matt.
Hasselbeck's the kind of guy you want in your locker room. That's why he did so well with the other teams he ended up with.
Our dads played together in Minnesota, Pate. Don Hasselbeck. I played with Matt's brother, Tim, with the Giants for a few years, so the families have definitely been connected.
Totally selfless, Hasselbeck. And look, they run with Kamara and get pretty much nothing. 2 yards.
Playing with your blanket. Permanent center again.
Yeah, the Brady's best Super Bowl performance, he fucking lost. Ain't that fucked up?
The stick with it, right? They're run the ball.
Yeah, he threw for 500 yards against Philadelphia, a playoff record, and lost.
Keep doing what they were doing.
That was the defense's fault, obviously, but hell, 5 of his Super Bowl wins you can attribute to defense. Last year in Tampa Bay was literally all defense. Brady didn't do shit in that Super Bowl. And we won't even talk about the 3 interceptions in the second half against Green Bay in the championship game before that. We won't talk about that. Good throw there. Gain of 9. 3rd down. And 7.
Put it on Kamara to take you down the field. I think Seattle.
Neither team has been very good. Neither team has been very good at 3rd down. I think Seattle's 0 for 4. Saints are 1 for 7. So it'll be interesting.
3rd and 2. And make the Saints over on 3rd down tonight. The Saints don't have a single 3rd down conversion, yet they lead by 3.
Spacing routes that the Saints have always done. He's just a little off on some of these. You know, hitting that receiver right out of the break right there. He's got to throw it. That defender's on the outside. He's got to throw to that receiver's right shoulder. Throw to that inside. Protect that ball. Protect the receiver. That's what Sean Payton said.
That was the call he wanted. That's my fault. I jinxed him. I said Jameis is as accurate as Drew Brees, and he made that throw. That was my fault. I apologize.
Seattle gets the ball at their own 12. I told you the Saints would go right back to their shit offense.
You're correct.
Jameis missed the receiver short on 3rd down again. What a shot.
The opportunity, but obviously you got to finish it up with the touchdown. They didn't do it. Still
leading, though, despite not converting a single 3rd down. You know, this game's better than last night, but it's not exactly a thriller either. Boston College quarterbacks. People will try to say Matt Ryan shouldn't be in the Hall of Fame, but he literally has the definition of a Hall of Fame resume. Pro Bowls, All Pros, passing records, touchdowns, amount of wins in a short amount of time, consistency, like, by every metric. But people will say, he didn't win Super Bowl, though, even though Super Bowls are team accomplishments, and they only want to give credit to quarterbacks, unless it's people like Trent Dilfer. And Joe Flacco. Although Flacco, to his credit, Flacco played a huge role in Baltimore winning their Super Bowl. However, the Ravens defense was nothing to ignore. But Flacco got hot for a few games. I get to stay up as late as I want because I don't have any obligations this week. I'm a free man. But he didn't win the Super Bowl. He didn't get a team accomplishment. How could Matt Ryan not win a Super Bowl? I mean, he's played 14 seasons and he's only had one top 10 defense his entire fucking career. Dragged a bottom 5 defense to the fucking Super Bowl on his back. The Falcons defense was shit in 2016. That's why they only won 11 games that year. They should have won like 14. But the Falcons defense is shit and was shit, and he still won MVP and carried their ass to a fucking Super Bowl. That right there puts him in the fucking Hall of Fame for me.
And of course I play at Lumen Field, which Seattle's playing right now, so that's how old I am. 3 different stadiums there in Seattle. The Kingdome is where the ball slipped out of my hands. Thank you, Warren Moon.
Play action from Geno and ducks the pressure, throws it short, gets back to the line of scrimmage.
A shiny ball out of the box. Not fair. Only he could do it. Oh, no. Why don't we have preseason footage?
Oh, Eli, you didn't get the back at all.
Brady requested that. Eli got that put in. Thanks a lot.
Face mask? I can't get over the face mask you're wearing.
Thanks for the zoom.
I got a moon ball right here. This thing's right out of the box. I can throw. No chance. I mean, this thing is, you cannot throw those new balls. That's why you got to break them in. You got to rub them. You got to sand them.
Rub your balls, Eli. Cam Jordan trying to keep up with Penny, but Penny gets about 6. Third down. Jake Plummer was a very good quarterback. Mark Bulger. Why don't we talk about Mark Bulger and Jake Plummer? The all-time greats that could have been.
They put in the steam room. They have a sander. There is an art.
Andrew Luck now would fall into that category, wouldn't he? Andrew Luck, Jake Plummer, Mark Bulger. 3rd and 4 for Seattle. Somebody get a first down on a 3rd down, please. And Seattle will. And a 7. Tyler Lockett.
Long before you got to the NFL, the home team got to pick the footballs, and the visiting quarterback had to play those same footballs. That's why I had to throw the Warren Moon slick ball. Tom Brady and I actually led a petition that the home team.
Personal foul on New Orleans adds even more to that last play. Mark Brunell. Now, I don't think Brunell's in the Hall of Fame, but he was really good too. Fucking late 90s Jaguars, man. No fucking joke.
The greatest compliment they ever had was when Rich Gannon. What?
Thank you for bringing up Mark Brunell. He was still in the NFL in like 2011, dude. He was a backup for the Jets to Mark Sanchez in like 2010, 2011. Big break there for Seattle. A nice play on 3rd and then a 15-yard penalty on top of it. And Everett gets a gain of 12. First down to New Orleans territory. It's a really competitive game, just not that exciting.
Seattle has run. It's a little change up, but it's keeping the ball on the ground.
Every now and then they hit them with these reverse sweep plays with the receivers. And it's a different receiver almost every time.
Disley out here on the edge.
It's hard now. The TVs are so good, and that you never know if it's like raining. I remember you see some games, and it's you're watching it on TV. It's like, and you have to go to special times. But I think the weather's kind of stopped, Peyton. I don't think it's raining very hard. It should maybe open up some of these passing games a little bit more.
Yeah, you see where Winston.
It is a little misty.
Yeah, Winston nor Gino are wearing gloves. I never had to wear a glove, and I played in the
Got a
Super
flag
Bowl
down.
in a monsoon down in Miami. Never had to wear a glove.
Goes Peyton and Eli.
I had numbness in my hand. I had grip problems. I had to wear.
Another personal foul on Marshawn Lattimore.
You just put it on before the game. It was going to rain.
Marshawn Lattimore got flagged for a personal foul for the second time today.
You've seen Brady wear a
Oh, he
glove.
smacked DK Metcalf in the face.
Be curious to ask Breeze kind of his thoughts on the rain here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, the Saints, just kind of
Back-to-back personal foul penalties for the Saints. Silly.
15-yard penalties. That's 2 personal fouls.
Jeff Garcia. Oh, my God. He was so good. Jeff Garcia was really good, dude. You are right. With Philadelphia and the 49ers, Browns will give him a mulligan. Oh, Gino goes down. Sack.
Good defense, right? That's a coverage sack right there.
Can't get those 30 yards back in penalties you just gave up, but you got a few of them back there in New Orleans.
He wants to throw it. Good coverage on the outside. Let's see if they had. Looks like they're trying to hit. Just didn't, the outside leverage right there. You might have thought Latimer might beat him to the punch, right? It's hard to throw that back to the inside on an outbreaking route.
And Garcia had to do that with Terrell Owens screaming in his ear.
Pulling that back and not throwing that one.
Latimer was kind of actually running the route for Metcalf, right? He was beating him to the punch. That was a good.
Gino, nobody's open, and Cam Jordan brings him down. Another sack. Back-to-back sacks. Back-to-back personal fouls followed up by back-to-back sacks.
Gino just hasn't played that much, right? And those are lack of playing sacks, right? Just
Saints defense overcoming some adversity here. Self-inflicted adversity.
Slide step to the left or right. Russell is the best in the NFL. Stay there. Just stay there. There's nowhere to go. Stay there.
Step up, motherfucker.
Tackle's not expecting him to be that deep. Just hang right in the pocket. It's not his fault. It's just from not playing. It's just a simple fact. When you play a lot, you learn how to maneuver in the pocket.
Seattle's back to the New Orleans 40 on a 3rd and 20. Timeout.
Knock yourself out of field goal range, right? You got to knock yourself
The
out.
Saints put them in field goal range, and now Seattle's backed themselves up.
Two bad plays in a row.
I actually hate the timeout more than I do the sack, right? I mean,
Seattle burned through their timeouts in the first half, and it hurt them, and they're doing it again here. It's 6 minutes into the third, and they've already burned a timeout. On a 3rd and 19, no less, you burn a timeout. It's simple on 3rd and 19. You run a draw or you throw it short and try to get back into field goal range. But they had to burn a timeout on 3rd and 19.
Where we can kick a field goal and tie this game up. And
I like a pass with a alert run.
Lattimore on DK Metcalf again.
If they get that look,
It's almost Odell Josh Norman vibes over here. Hasn't gotten that out of control. And look, they run a draw. And it's a nice, wow. That's a gain of like 15. Well back into field goal range.
exactly what I was saying. He's repeating the play. They run it, and now I think he kicked the field goal here. I don't think he go for it here.
Yeah, he kicked field goal here, just tied up. It's that kind of game. Nip and tuck. Take the points.
4th and 5, that'd be a waste right
Defensive
there.
battle,
Get
take
it
the
to
points.
Not get points and tie the game. So I think it's definitely the move to kick this field goal.
Eli, I'm back. I'm back on the predicting. I'm back off the bye week. I'm coming back. I talked to Romo during the 3 weeks off. We had a conversation. I feel better about my prediction. So I just feel better.
Right in the middle of the hashes, 44 yards here.
Crazy. Less restricted.
And he shanked it. It's wide right. Oh, I'm sorry, Bills fans. Wide right. Saints hold a 3-point lead. Well, the Saints got lucky on that drive to give up 2 15-yard penalties, and Seattle comes away with no points. That's crazy. Got to make that kick, fucker. The wind's not blowing. It's not even really raining anymore. Shame. Abolish field goal kick. No, I'm kidding. I like field goal kicking. I like field goal kicking because I had Matt Bryant for a long time, and the Falcons won a lot of close games because of him. And now Younghoe Koo's not so bad either. But if you're going through kicker struggles, you fucking hate field goal kicking. Hate that shit. Now we're into the second half. We're getting into where shit like what just happened here is going to flip this game. Fucking Jeff George. Jeff George was kind of shit. He had his moments. He was a cancer, though. Dante Culpepper was a fucking monster, though. I'm old enough to remember Culpepper. I'm only 27, but I still remember Culpepper. Steve McNair. I think McNair was a little overrated, but no doubt he could sling it. McNair was just really inconsistent, but when he was hot, he was hot. He's kind of like proto Cam Newton. Really, he was. He was like the prototype Cam Newton. Steve McNair.
All right, I want to welcome diehard Seattle Seahawks fan Sue Bird to the third.
I have no idea who the fuck Sue Bird is. I didn't want to say anything until now, but now that I can see her, I don't know who the fuck this is. Who's Sue Bird?
You're a huge fan.
She's a big Seahawks fan.
Flag there at games. Are you one of those fans that every year in the preseason says this is the year Seattle?
All right, New Orleans catches a break, and it's a sweep reverse to Kamara. Gain of 5.
He's doing well. We all do well. That flag is actually harder to raise than you think. So shout out to Matt Hasselback for pulling it off today.
She's a real Seattle fan. She knows who Hasselbeck is.
So we have
She's not one of the 2012s, as I like to call them. There's 12s, and then there's the 2012s.
In recognition of Bill winning the 2020 WNBA championship. And
Second and 5. Jameis wants to go deep. He's going to throw it short. Smart decision. Good catch by the running back and a first down.
The only thing they were talking about is how Russell was just wearing your jersey. Wasn't something a little bit.
Look at my ESPN drive chart thing. It like spazzes out before it updates the play. Why is this woman's audio so loud? I literally just heard them turn that shit down. Kids today don't understand how throwing for over 30 touchdowns is a big deal, right? Because Garcia did it in the era where it was like, holy shit, you threw for 30 touchdowns. Like, throwing for 30 used to be a big deal. Now it's like 35 is the new 30. You got to hit 35 before anybody will give you any fucking credit. Especially with 17-game season now. 35 is the new 30. Ooh, man. Jamal Adams missed the tackle, but the rest of the defense cleaned it up.
Recently, I saw a mic'd up clip of you kind of calling the shots, kind of directing traffic on the floor. I didn't hear an Omaha call. I didn't hear a lot of audibles. But do you feel like you are kind of a
Peyton, he said the thing. He said Omaha.
Out there when you're playing?
Definitely. I think, obviously it's a little different from football, but you're constantly...
Best in the nation. Couldn't pick off Big Ben on the game-winning pick last week. Hit him in the face mask. Just hours after this motherfucker called himself the best in the country. Seattle should have won that game last week. What a game that was. Oh, Jameis taking the shot. And it's dropped. Slightly out of reach for White. I like the aggressiveness, but now they're on a 3rd and 13. They seem to throw the ball deep at all the fucking wrong times, this New Orleans offense. Oh, Sue Bird, she's WNBA. Okay, who gives a fuck about the WNBA? People can get mad all they want. Nobody cares about WNBA. That's why I didn't know who the fuck this woman is. Sue Bird. Wow, Sue Bird's on Monday Night Football. Who? Oh, man, I can't believe they got Sue Bird. Like, who the fuck is Sue Bird? I don't know who this woman is.
Who's the coach, the quarterback, the offensive coordinator? She's doing all.
Like, literally nobody watching this knows who she is.
No, shout out.
3rd and 13.
Missed opportunity.
3-man rush. Jameis is going to have all the time. He's going to take the shot wide open, and it's dropped. Jamal Adams did get in there at the last second.
He threw a great one on the play before.
Yeah.
Another on third
Stills
down.
got to make that catch.
They got to catch these. So you can't let those opportunities.
Yeah, back-to-back drops, different receivers. One by Watt, one by Stills. 3-man rush gave Jameis all the time he needed. 3-man rush is the dumbest fucking play in football on defense. Any play that involves a 3-man rush is fucking retarded. Yeah, I'm just going to stand back there and give this quarterback 15 seconds to throw the ball in an era where nobody's allowed to cover a wide receiver. Great use of resources there, but they got lucky and Stills dropped it. Game could still go either way.
On retirement, mainly don't let Rob Lowe announce your retirement. It's kind of an inside joke. I'll explain it when we come out of commercial.
Sue Bird. Who the I sat there all night. I'm like, Sue Bird? Who the fuck? No idea who you are. I saw the tens of people that showed up to the Chicago WNBA championship parade. I'm going to search Sue Bird on Twitter and see what people are saying right now. Who the fuck is that? I guarantee you that's what they're saying. See, Sue Bird. I was reading Dave Chappelle's shit on Twitter. Sue Bird. Who the fuck is Sue Bird? I can't find anything about her. Oh, I found one. OMG, Sue Bird on the Manning cast. Oh, yes. The Mannings have talked over her so cringy. What the fuck are you people talking about?
The problem is he did it 4 years before it actually happened. So that's my advice. Don't let the guy that played Soda Pop Curtis and the Outsiders tweet your retirement. Actually do it yourself. I hope it's not true. What are your
I still have no idea who this woman is.
Your favorite subjects?
I guess I do now.
No, it's not. Ironically, though, Outsiders.
Oh, look, a run that barely got anything. Had a lot of that tonight.
That shout out for that.
Stay gold, Johnny.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I don't know.
Hell, Michael, throwing for 4,000 yards ain't even anything anymore. Now you got to get to like 5,000 for people to be like, wow. 4,000 used to be the wow standard, but now it's 5,000.
It was tempting, the thoughts of playing there.
4,000's the new 3,000.
I got it. Perfect. Enough said.
Back to this run. I bet it does. Well, 6 yards, 3rd and 1 now.
And we have some video, not of us in high school, but just
Collins guy's been getting Derrick Henry type carries the last couple of weeks.
Kind of break it down here. A lot of screaming. Oh, watch this though. We're playing knockout. He plays defense. Watch this. Watch that. Oh, look at that hook shot though. What do you think?
No,
it's a new technique.
Yeah, you guys remind me of when the football guys
Quarterback sneak on 3rd and 1, and Geno gets it. Barely.
That was pretty bad. That was pretty bad.
You know, I wish DK and Lattimore would just get into an all-out brawl, because I'm like 99% sure that DK Metcalf could break Marshawn Lattimore in half. Look at DK and then look at Lattimore. Who's going to win that fight? DK.
That's right. So you're a point guard. I mean, if you were playing football, what position do you think you would be? You think you would be the quarterback or receiver? Where do you see you fit in there?
Tight end, because she's a basketball player, and that's what they always fucking do.
Not gonna lie. I know growing
That was a hell of an effort for 3 yards.
Routes, catching the ball, it seems so fun. And then I'm like, until you're like running across the field, getting hit as you're catching it. That's probably when I would go back to the QB position.
Absolutely. Stay out of those crossing routes with Earl Thomas and Cam Chancellor coming at you. That's good.
Ed Reed is who I don't want coming at me. I don't know about you. He played when you were allowed to hit. Cam and Earl were beasts, though. There's a run again, and another decent run to get them to a 3rd and 2.
They're kind of getting away from their, a little bit away from their single high, and don't want Geno the opportunity to throw some.
Seattle's trying to bring those safeties back down in this box here, set them up for a shot.
Lockett would have been a tough catch, but didn't get it, so looks like they're playing a little softer and kind of just not giving.
And keeping their defense off the field too while they do this.
What defense would you rather see in basketball? Zone or man-to-man?
How about the Lions Sunday go surprise onside and fake punt? That was funny. That wasn't a bad game. Ooh, and the Saints blow that up on 3rd and 2. It's 4th down, and Geno's pointing to the 1st down marker. Was he blind?
I agree.
4th down, you got to punt from this field position.
Makes you hold the ball, makes you hesitant. You know, you're looking at the defender as opposed to looking at your receiver. It makes you hold the ball man-to-man. It's much easier for the quarterback.
Roy Williams, yeah.
Out of his hands quicker.
Prototype Jamal Adams.
Great job right there. Paid by the Saints.
Keanu Neal for the Falcons and now the Cowboys. Can't cover, but he can knock the shit out of you, though.
2 yards. And great job.
I like Keanu
So
Neal.
you just did a commercial with
Saints are
Peyton
alert
with
for a
the
fake
waffles
here, I can
and
tell.
The movie coming
It's
out.
a regular
External
old
Sun.
punt.
Did you have to really carry
But the Saints look like they were ready.
carry him in that commercial?
Let it bounce. Get out of there.
Yeah,
Good Seattle bounce.
Give me the
Saints will
answer
start at the
after break,
15.
though. After the break, all right, Sue? We got a commercial coming out, and we want the answer after the break.
Okay, Sue Bird won 2 college championships. Okay, maybe I should have heard of her, but I don't fucking... nobody watches WNBA. But maybe I should have heard of her. Maybe I'm a bad sports fan. I am. I only watch like 2 sports. Auto racing and football. I was like, oh, the Braves are in the World Series. Good for the Braves, you know, because I don't even fucking pay attention to baseball. I couldn't stand to have to cheer for another fucking Atlanta team. I already suffer enough cheering for one. Barry McCockiner, man, nobody want to hear from Sue Bird. Get the fuck out. Oh, God. So I said, yeah, they kicked Marshawn off the broadcast for a man that kisses his kids and a bird, making me sick. Peyton, Eli, and a girl named Sue. Glad somebody was finally saying what I was thinking. Ryan Clark said, boy, y'all going to be so mad if you get Cincinnati versus Arizona in the Super Bowl. No, because the moment the Cardinals would get close to beating Tampa Bay, there'd be like so many penalty flags and questionable calls to make sure Tampa squeaks by. I'm on such high alert for bullshit in the playoffs this year after the way the fucking NFC Championship game and the Super Bowl went. I am on high alert.
All right, we're back. Still got Sue Bird. Sue, we're just talking about Eternals, the movie. You know, I did a little commercial. What was it like doing Peyton having to carry him? I know he forgets his line.
41 and still getting it done. That's pretty fucking impressive in basketball. That's hell on the knees.
No, it was, let me say, when
I think football's bad. I wonder if basketball. In basketball, you play the whole damn game. You barely get a break.
Peyton, you're one of the best, I think, at that when it comes to commercials.
It's not like NFL where your offense, you get to go sit down after you're off the field. Screen to Kamara, familiar sight. Ooh, boy. He got in that second level. He got 13 yards.
I grew up a Giants fan.
I know you're from New York. I knew you're from New York, and I was wondering if you had...
Eli, you didn't know she's from New York. You don't know anything about Sue Bird. Neither did we.
Down here in Seattle, all the way?
Well, I didn't leave. It's just, you know, when you see all this Seattle blue around, it's hard not to dive in. And I'm from Long Island. I don't know how it happened. Usually it's Mets Jets for us Long Islanders. Somehow ended up Mets Giants. Who knows?
Well, who would want to be a Jets fan? Especially in the 80s when she was probably fucking growing up and shit.
Sorry about that.
Jameis, plenty of time. Has to throw it short. Fumble! Seattle's ball. That looked like a fumble to me. And they rule it so. Seattle takes over in field goal range.
That's a little Legion of Boom lookalike creating turnovers. Pete Carroll, their defense, they teach to strip. They're trying to knock fumbles out in the locker room.
Oh, yeah, it's a fumble, son. All day.
Oh, they got to do something with this.
Recovered by Seattle. Big turnover here. Can make up for that missed field goal.
Here you are. This is Sue getting fired up. Look at you. Look at you. That's a fan. You're not allowed to cheer for a certain team.
There's the 12th man. There's the 12th man right there. I love it. All right.
You see that Bobby Wagner fist? He was coming in hard with that.
Yeah, you got to punch it out. That's the punch.
All right, sudden change here, Eli. Like quick turnover, Sue. Right. The question is Seattle ready with the play? Right. I mean, have something good called in this first play. Don't just come out and run the ball.
Seattle always makes it interesting.
Play action pass right here.
They go run, and it goes nowhere. And Peyton told them, go play action there. They go run. That barely gets any fucking yards. Gets like a yard.
Give me the play call. Tell me what you want to see out of
They're going to run it 3 times and kick a fucking field goal. You watch.
I don't know.
Throw it deep. Just say throw it deep.
Throw it deep? I'm like, I heard you guys talking earlier. I heard exotic blitz. Hopefully it's not one of those.
Well, and look, that run got stuffed for a loss, so now it's 3rd and 11. They're going to run it 3 times and kick a field goal. What'd I fucking tell you? They're about to do a draw play on this 3rd down to make the field goal easier. How much you want to bet? They're going to play it safe here. Check down or a draw. Pussies.
Run plays that didn't go anywhere, and it's not really high on my priority list as far as kind of in this, high red zone, strike zone, whatever you want to call it. And so we'll see what happens on 3rd and 10. I'm not feeling great about it, Eli.
No. This is when the Saints like to bring some of the pressures and bring
the nickel's coming.
Some jump.
Malcolm Jenkins is coming, I think.
Right here. Here's the exotics. Let's see if Gino can get
timeout again, and he does. Wow.
And look, Seattle burned another timeout. Now Peyton's dick is on camera. Why are we looking at Peyton Manning's crotch?
They ran the ball twice. He's getting, he's not liking this.
I need one of those.
Sue, don't you save your timeout? Hey, Sue, don't you save your timeouts for the end of the game when you timeout, right? If you got to get the ball.
This is the second half. They've burned through their timeouts again.
So I could have called the play real fast.
Sue, I think you got to come back for one more year. I mean, you have 4 championships between Peyton and I. Combined, we have 4 championships. So I think you got to come back. We got the tiebreaker. You got to come back and get one more. Take the tiebreaker.
It's not a bad way of thinking about it.
Is that part you're thinking? Yeah.
I'm sure that'll be her main.
Man to man, the safeties are really deep here.
The main
And the Saints bring pressure. Geno throws it up. Oh, incomplete. Good effort by the corner and the receiver, but the corner won the battle. That was the worst fucking possible series they could have had there. Fucking turnover, and you puss out and run it twice in a row, and then you think you're going to convert on a 3rd and 10? No. You have like one big pass play to not. That was a terrible fucking series. And now your kicker's going to have to make a 50-yarder after he missed a short one earlier. Well, it wasn't a short, it was 44, but 50 yards. This one he makes. It's 10-10 with 14 seconds to go in the 3rd. Stop propping up championships as individual stats. That's what they're doing right now with Peyton and Eli. It's a shame football's not in the Olympics. We'd be really good at it.
I just never stopped.
With Russell Wilson.
Yeah. We've become friends over the years. I actually think it might be Sierra's birthday today. So happy birthday to her. Like I said earlier, what's so great about Seattle sports
is it Future's birthday?
A lot of the sports
He used to plow Sierra.
Are friendly, go to each other's games.
He used to plow her.
Metcalf actually was at a bunch of our games this year, which was impressive because we had to play in Everett, which is about 45 minutes.
It's really impressive that somebody went to a WNBA game, so props to DK Metcalf for, being there. That takes determination to sit through something like that.
You're not at the game tonight.
Look at the guy in the Steve Largent jersey.
Is that the reason? I mean, you normally be there?
Of course, that's why.
It's the only reason I'm not there.
Saints will start at the 25 again. You got to run one play before the end of this quarter.
That might have scared you.
Is it bomb cyclone, bomb typhoon? I've never heard of that term. That's a new one.
I think they just make up words to describe the weather forecast.
And make it sound dramatic. Did Jim Cantore ever make it to Santa Clara the other night? That's when you know shit's getting serious, when Jim Cantore shows up.
I was talking to Sean Payton, the Saints head coach, and he kind of has this manual for weather, right, for injuries. He's never had a...
Could be the last play of the 3rd here.
Cyclone, right?
And it will be. And it's a Camara run for 2 yards. Wow, what a thrilling play that was. End of the 3rd, 10-10. It's a decent game, but it's definitely a Week 7 game. This has been a weird week. Still, up until this point, this has been the best season of NFL football I've ever seen. Seahawks need to stop asking Madden when they have the ball. Okay, so I'll give NASCAR 21 one thing. The paint booth looks good. Anybody want to buy me NASCAR 21 so I can make cool paint schemes? I'm looking for a new job, probably, and I don't want to buy a shitty game that I'll probably hate playing, but at least I can make cool paint schemes. Oh my God. This person on the Kiss Cruise Facebook just said, well, our rental car was broken into and our luggage was stolen. Looks like we won't be making the cruise. Their passports and everything were in. Oh my Lord. They got to fucking call 6-man and work something out. That is shit.
Tie game 10-10. It's 2nd and 7.
That makes me sick right there, what I just read. Jameis on the run. He's directing traffic, and he's going to run. First down. Look at Jamal Adams. Pushed him out of bounds. Nice play there.
I know in the Green Bay game early on, had a couple nice runs on 3rd down, so he does a good job. You know, I think some of those earlier in his career in Tampa, he might be trying to make that throw down the field, kind of make that impossible, you know, kind of throw. And now he's getting smart. He's running. He's not forcing things. He knows, yeah, nothing's open. No one's covered. Hey, everybody, I'm going to run, get everybody out of here. Let me go get the first down and use my feet.
Yeah, like you saw, Seattle kind of had Kamara bracketed on that option route. It was cover 1 man-to-man, but the defender on him had outside leverage.
1 yard run with Kamara.
Right where Bobby Wagner was. That's a lot.
Somebody's got to hit a big play here. Turnover or big play for an offense. Somebody's got to hit a big play.
That made Winston get off Kamara, but a good decision on the run. I agree. You know, I talked to Sean Payton, Eli. I mean, look, he's still getting to know Jameis Winston, right? They're still kind of forming the identity of their offense. Jameis is forming his identity, right? This is the same terminology and same offense that Drew Brees ran, right? But they're calling some different things, right? They're trying to give Jameis
Don't tell me.
things that he does well. But
Timeout New Orleans. I was about to say, if it's timeout Seattle, I was going to have a stroke. It's timeout New Orleans.
things that Jameis likes and what Sean wants to do with it. Fourth quarter, 13 minutes to go. Commercial, here we go.
God, the fact that person's luggage got stole and now they can't go just makes me want to, like, sleep with my backpack next to me. Like, have it on me at all fucking times. Because it's got some important shit in it. I could get the stuff back, but boy, it'd be a bummer to lose that fucking shit. I'll tell you that. You know that question they ask at the airport, if your bag's been in your possession the whole time? I can guarantee my bags will be in my possession. My one bag will be in my possession the whole fucking time, I promise you. Ain't nothing in it but clothes and documents that I need to get on the boat. That's rough, dude. They're from New York and they were staying in Georgia before going to Miami, and their shit got stolen. Their COVID vax cards, their passports, their cruise documents, all their shit, everything. God, I don't know why you'd leave it in the car. When I go down and I have my bag, it's all, like I can tell you when we got the Uber last time to go from Fort Lauderdale to my hotel in Miami. It's like, you want your bag in the trunk? Nope, I want my bag right here with me so I know where the fuck it's at. That's what I want. That's got me paranoid as fuck. Super duper paranoid. Whoever would steal my bag would be upset. There ain't nothing of value in it. Just clothes. The other shit in there is of value to nobody but me.
We're back. Oh, we got some tweets. Like, looks like Peyton and Eli had him and Mom dressed in matching pullovers. I mean, everybody's
A little bit.
like,
I like
everybody
Peyton's
dressed cool enough.
jacket better than
I didn't know
Eli's.
what Eli was gonna wear. Everybody's-
You asked me what I was gonna wear. There's mom defending us though. Mom is defending. You asked me what I was wearing tonight. I said a blue sweater and
Here go the Saints. And Jameis under pressure. Get out of there. Get out of there. Holding on the Saints. Holding on the Saints. This would be a big play if not for this holding penalty. Down to the Seattle 30, but holding in the backfield. Oh, boy.
good job by Jameis, just kind of hanging in the
Can't
pocket,
have no excitement.
not forcing it, staying in there, not bailing out, making a play, but holding all for nothing.
Yeah, the best dressed guy on the show in the first 3 games is the one and only Drew Brees, sporting Newman School tonight with a Newman T-shirt.
Drew Brees is here, and his fucking hairpiece.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah,
And his Drew Brees, his birthmark, and his hairpiece are here on Monday Night Football.
I felt like the big green end needed to make an appearance here in the fourth quarter.
Absolutely. 2-game losing streak at Newman. I need a bounce back victory next week.
Well, I think I got the secret. I think they need to do some sort of a
Jameis on the run.
I mean, like every time I turn on the TV,
Beat the lineman to the edge. Got a few yards.
And then, I mean, they're painting end zones.
3rd and
Since
long.
when they paint end zones with your name in them?
That's
I'm
aggressive.
just trying to watch the LSU game, and I'm seeing Manning and that. So Newman called and said they're going to dye the turf your favorite color if you come back and get them off the snide here for a W. Can you do that?
Deal.
Coming. I'll be there in a few weeks. So
Hey, the boys want
all retirements.
There you
All
go.
right, here are the kiddos.
Yeah, the kiddos came up and said, "What's up?" Tell them to go
3rd and 12. Jameis is going for it all. Nope, batted down. Almost intercepted. 4th down.
Thanks
They're
for
doing
joining
good.
us.
Yeah, we figured this
They
was a
get to
first.
stay up later than my kids.
Yeah, I was about to say this was a special treat. This was a special treat for sure. Yeah. All right, guys.
Hey, Drew. When you watch this Saints offense,
All right.
does it look like the same offense that you played in, or does it look different?
I mean, it's obviously the same plays, and it's probably a bit different.
They can throw the ball further than 8 yards down the field now. That's the difference. They just choose not to do it.
I like running a lot of empty.
I'll let you think about that one.
Yeah.
We got a commercial break here, Drew. I'll let you think about that answer. It's a really tough question, I realize.
Take a drink every time Peyton and Eli awkwardly get to the commercial break. Just as long as this game has a dramatic finish, I'll be happy. This game is slowed to a crawl.
Let's talk talk about this Saints defense. I've always thought the Greg Williams, Dennis Allen, some of the best disguises in the NFL. All the kind of fronts look the same, and those exotic blitzes. They don't know if you're blitzing from either side. They're dropping out. Talk about how hard.
Oh, look, Seattle runs it up the middle again. 5 yards there.
Oh, man. We felt like...
What a thrilling offense to watch, guys. They put up 10 whole points, and they're just running the same damn run play over and over.
During the season. I mean, we would see so many multiple looks, to your point. I mean, pressures galore, especially when Greg Williams was there. I mean, it was bringing the house at all times.
Oh, Jesus. Play action. Gino on the run. Ooh, boy. Looks like he had Metcalf. I couldn't tell if Metcalf fell down or what.
Has done a phenomenal job with those guys.
It's raining again.
You know,
A lot harder.
I see him playing a bit more man, now, and I think that's a product of just the quality of DBs that they have. You know, they feel they can trust those guys. They can match up on the back end. But then that allows them to run their games up front with 4- and 5-man pressures and really get after people.
Hey, Drew, obviously, Jameis
3rd and 5.
So far he has the best quarterback.
Gino with confidence hits DK Metcalf for a first down.
Last year going into the season, you could take some credit.
That was a good confident throw.
Absolutely.
No, you know what? Jameis was great to be around. You talk about a guy who loves football. I mean, truly loves football.
Somebody finally converted a 3rd down.
You know the type of time and energy it takes to prepare to be the starter each and every week. And I mean, every moment I was there watching film, he was watching film as well. Sometimes with me, sometimes on his own. He had kind of developed his own.
And they go back to the same damn route. No, this run went to the right.
Nah, he's
a few yards.
I think he's come a long way. I think he recognizes the things in Tampa that got him in trouble. Probably being overly aggressive at times. And listen, at times that was just...
Now they're not aggressive enough with him, I think. The Saints could have blown this game wide open if they just get a little more fucking aggressive.
It changes your mentality a little bit, but I think now, especially with the
Saints should win this game by 10, but they won't. They might win it, but they won't win by 10.
That aggressive all the time. In many cases, you're really paying attention to what's
Gino's got time off a play fake. Ooh, throws it short. Collins made a nice catch. First down. Gain of 9.
Drew, was that Jameis is in those meetings with you, and look,
creeping under 10 minutes to go now.
You're in your 18th, 19th, 20th year. You're doing things that young quarterbacks shouldn't be doing. And Sean says a couple times early in the season, Jameis was doing some things, and he's like, well, that's what Drew did. And Sean's like, no, that's not what you're going to do. But Drew could do that because he played in this system, and he was one of the best ever to play. Just stay in your lane. I think that's so important for a young quarterback, right? Try to be the best.
Oh, look, the same run play got blown up again for a loss.
No, for sure.
Wow,
And
I'm stunned.
That was my message to him all last year. I mean, obviously he was, to his credit,
Collins is taking a beating tonight, and for what?
Today from Jameis about, hey, tell me about this concept. How you reading this? What do you think about this defense? How you going to attack? I mean, it was just question after question because he just wanted to soak it all up. He was a sponge. But I can remember telling him on many occasions, just be yourself. Like there's plenty of things that you probably could do better than I ever could, right? His level of talent, athleticism.
Quick decision. Ooh, the defender fell down. This is a big play right here. Down to the New Orleans 22.
I think maybe the best piece of
linebacker covering that receiver fell down.
Evaluate yourself on decision making and nothing else. And if you make good decisions, good things are going to happen. And a lot of times that doesn't show up on the stat sheet. Sometimes the best thing you do is throw the ball away. And in fact, that shows up as a negative on the stat sheet. But in fact, that was probably the best thing that could have happened on that play. So you evaluate yourself on decision making.
God, I'm sleepy. I woke up early today. It's catching up with me. It's really catching up with me. And Collins gets stuffed for a loss again.
A little too high. They kind of, they're hitting a little underneath routes, some little option routes, a little underneath stuff. And break one tackle and got a big gain right there. Now all of a sudden they hit one big play. They go back to a bear defense and playing man-to-man lock coverage, and they're not going to let you run the ball down the red zone. Looks like.
I mean, Saints are #1 in red zone defense, right? And you're seeing it, right? I mean, maybe bend a little bit. They're not going to break down here. They're going to, keep you out of the end zone and make you try to kick a field goal.
Short throw, gain of 2, third down. At least they didn't run the same damn run play again.
All right, Drew, 3rd and 9. What's your best play against this Saints defense? You can say that because you're not playing anymore. It's safe. And nobody in Seattle can listen to this and use it. So let us have it. Give us a good play here for Seattle.
I mean, it's pretty simple. Throw it to DK, right? I mean, I don't really care who's on it.
Yes.
Throw it to DK and see if him and Lattimore get into a fucking brawl here. It's man-to-man. 2 safeties high. They're leaning towards the other side of the field, though. And Gino gets fucking sacked out of field goal range. Ball's out.
And they got pressure.
Is it out? Either way, it's a sack, and they're back at the 35.
He came out all out. They came out blitz 0.
4th down, Seattle recovered. They're at the 35. It's be a 52-yarder in the rain.
Yeah, it looked like they ran some kind of game up front.
Boy, what the fuck? That tackle, that guard just got whooped. Or was that the center? I lost track. It happened so damn fast.
Well, out levels. I mean, that's the thing about Dennis Allen. Right?
They're going to try a 52-yarder.
He's going to bring more than you have to block, right?
And it's raining pretty good now. And he shanked it. Wide left this time. 53-yard attempt. Wide left. And we're still tied.
Great job. You're staying on if this game goes into overtime, just so you know.
All right. You got me for overtime.
Somebody starts making field goals.
What is up with Phil? It's a 53-yarder in the rain, though. We can't be too mad about it. And another opportunity goes to waste, and we're still tied at 10. Jesus Christ, can anybody get points? This is where the Saints should win the fucking game. They have great field position here. Sling it. Hell, Seattle can't sustain a drive. They run the same stupid run plays. They can't kick a field goal. Sling it. Now's the time to get aggressive. Go win this fucking game. Touchdown. If you get a touchdown, I'm pretty confident you'd win. 17-10 should be the final here. Unless it goes 17-17 to overtime, then you got a whole other story. But still, just what a sloppy week of football we've had. So anxious to get out of bed and go do that COVID bullshit this morning. I couldn't sleep last night. Kept waking up. Now the beauty is I can sleep as much as I want to tomorrow. I owe no one anything. Better get all the sleep I can now. I'm not going to be able to sleep for 6 days. You don't sleep a lot when you're on that fucking cruise, dude. Go to bed at like 2 or 3 in the morning, and I'm up by like 8. The latest I've ever slept was like 11:30, but that was tough circumstances. I was pretty sore one day on one of the cruises, like really sore. So I slept pretty late that day. The dude taking care of our room got bitchy about it. I'm like, motherfucker, I am on vacation, man. If I want to sleep till fucking noon, I can. It's my vacation. You can make up the room when I'm fucking good and ready to get out of it. Can't believe that dude was getting bitchy about that shit.
The Saints played cover 0 on that last series. That's 0 people in the middle of the field. That's blitzing more defenders than the offense has to block. Everybody's in man-to-man. There's no safety help. The quarterback has to get rid of the ball quickly to get it out of his hand. Seattle did not do that.
Hey, New Orleans has the ball at the 43 after the missed kick by Seattle. They run it with Kamara, who goes nowhere. So much for being aggressive.
You can see on that last
I'd have come out slinging it there. I'm begging somebody to take a chance.
Safety is coming over. Ooh. Uh-oh. Lost it.
Way to go, Eli.
This safety right here. 43 is coming over to play man. He's in man. They're blitzing everybody. It is blitz 0. Everybody's blitzing.
And really, they had time. It's just the center got beat. It's really the center got beat.
Yeah, it was the center. I couldn't tell it was the guard or the center. It happened so fast. Oh, tip pass. Incomplete. Jesus Christ. If that one defensive tackle had been more alert, he could have picked that. But he couldn't even see where it was at. He didn't even see it get tipped. He turned around and it landed right in front of him.
How pissed do you get at scout team defensive linemen when they bat the ball down in practice?
Oh boy, the Saints are staring down the barrel of another 3 and out and another failed third down. God, don't let this game go to overtime. I'm kidding. Let it go to overtime. I want a party. Oh boy, Jameis dodges the blitz. Oh, he goes down. And a flag. Roughing the passer. Or a hold. I think it's going to be roughing the passer. Led with the head on Jameis there. I don't know if that was really a dirty hit or worth flagging, but they're going to flag it. This is a game-changing penalty right here. Damn, they called roughing. And the crowd goes ape shit, but not in a good way.
That's a big penalty right there.
Still sneezing because of that fucking COVID test. Oh, yeah, that's roughing. He launched with the head and hit Jameis in the face mask. That was stupid.
Hey, Drew, so should Alvin have the Will linebacker?
He was going down. There was no need to do that. He was mad that he missed it first because he had a clear shot at Jameis. Jameis stepped up and missed him. And then Wagner wrapped his legs up. And then Blair came back in after missing the first hit on Jameis and laid one on him and got a flag. Saints are in Seattle territory now. 5:45 to go.
Yeah. I thought that Jameis Drew the other day, he said they're letting the center make all the mic calls. And Sean Payton doesn't want him making the mics. He's letting the center
fake it to Tom Montgomery. Jameis is going, finally. Jameis throws deep, and it's short. The receiver had a step on Quandre Diggs, and Jameis threw it a little short. Well, they took a chance. They finally did what I begged them to do.
With the San Diego Chargers, in fact, my 5 years in San Diego, never made a mic point, never did any of that. So it wasn't until I got to New Orleans in 06, Sean Payton's first year, that, hey, that was just what we did in that offense. And obviously we evolved quite a bit from 06 until, the latter years there. But I couldn't imagine not being the one to call the mic or call the protections. I don't know about you guys, but you feel like that was just part of your process. And I wanted to be the one to determine who is going
Jameis throws that in the dirt. That play was doomed.
Or, in most cases, the biggest challenge for me
3rd and 10 again.
The mic IDs was trying to get the back out, right?
Seattle was trying to give him another first down on a penalty there. Blair tried to get a taunting call, but lucky for him, they didn't call it.
Yeah, get this guy. He wants to cover this guy out of the backfield. And I don't want to have Alvin 250-pound linebackers either. So let's get the linemen blocking the guys who are coming the bigs. Let's get Alvin out and have him wear out, a linebacker in coverage.
3rd and 10. The Saints are 1 for 10 on 3rd down. They go draw. And it's a good one. And Kamara got it. Gain of 12. A draw on a 3rd and 10.
This is vintage Sean Payton right here. When you least expect.
Let Kamara make a play. That was ballsy by Sean Payton.
Let's see. It's 4-man rush, so no pressure. Yeah. You got shell. You got numbers. Yep. Just running jab 16 post. Pull the guard. Kick out the end. Let Alvin go to work. Yeah, you'll only run that verse.
That was a call it.
Under 5 minutes to go, and the Seahawks only have 1 timeout, by the way. Yeah, Michael. Have a good one. I'll see you when I get back. Tom Montgomery for a gain of 4. Unexpected stream today, but yes, I will be back next Thursday.
A pass play to get you at least 5 to 8 yards.
Got an interesting week ahead of me.
And so here he's thinking running clock here, trying to score points, hopefully a touchdown, maybe a field goal, but not get Seattle any time here, right? He's working the clock here for sure.
Yeah. I mean, shoot, yeah, at this point, you get 1 or 2 more first downs, you might be able to run this whole clock out.
Seattle's only got one timeout, and Drew just pointed out, you get another first down or two, the Saints can just sit on this ball.
Oh, the receiver's not looking.
There's a flag.
They're going to call offensive pass.
They're going to call OPI on the Saints, I think. Blair fell down. He's holding his knee. I don't think the receiver pushed him down.
That's twice.
Pass interference.
Yeah.
And they call it on Traquan Smith.
That's twice he and Smith have not been on the same page. You saw him in a little disagreement.
Well, this game just goes back and forth on stupid shit.
He's been hurt, right? That's where the mental
Let's
side
see.
of it comes into play.
Yeah, he just hadn't been. It looks like he hadn't played much, right? He hadn't played.
Blair got hurt.
Weeks, and it doesn't look like he was on a route right there. He just was getting covered and just gave up a little bit. So you always want your receiver to finish the route, right?
Eli's got it, making a good point there. Traquan Smith just gave up on the route. He was covered and he quit. You don't quit, dude.
Now you get a penalty also.
And I agree with Sean Payton. That shouldn't really be offensive pass interference. The guy got hurt and fell down. That's why he fell. He got hurt.
Sean's never yelled at a referee before, right? Yeah, I mean, Sean's never
Sean Payton gave us a free win by yelling at a referee one time against the Falcons.
Sean's motto with the referees are, we're going to kill them with kindness. We're going to kill them with kindness. And as a player, we're not talking to referees. Only SP is going to talk to referees. And it's you know, as you can see, it's very conversational. You know, it's like, hey, how are the wife and kids? You know, where are you going for the bye week? Just kind of normal stuff.
I bet. I believe it.
Drew, you've had some of the great.
That was a weird call.
Out of the backfield, receiving running backs. Damian Tallinson, Darren Sproles, Alvin Kamara. Like who is kind of the best of those three? If you don't mind, calling out one of your guys.
Yeah, that was kind of an
2nd and 16. They're still in a position to get a field goal and take the lead here. But the rain is coming down harder than it has all night now, just in time for the last 4 minutes. Good throw by Jameis. Traquan Smith made a nice catch. 3rd and 4.
Your receiver gets you a penalty.
One more first down, and then the clock becomes an issue for Seattle.
I think that's big, right?
We see it over and over. No matter how bad the game has gone for a particular offense, if it's close like this, team who has the ball last is going to win 9 times out of 10.
Back now into a 3rd and manageable right here. So let's see what they got.
Call this one.
All right, what do we got? 3rd and 5.
What's the formation?
I got you. All right, looks like we got gunflex right slot here. Right,
Jameis indecisive, takes a shot and tries to throw an interception. Was over the head of everyone. The only guy in the area was Jamal Adams. 4th down. Can they just kick a damn field goal and take this lead?
Seattle was kind of playing the stick, trying to press coverage up top. They're kind of playing at that 5-yard distance. They're helping on Kamara a lot.
Having Drew call this right now was very insightful, obviously, because it's the Saints and it's the same damn playbook he's been working with for 15 years.
All right, first career NFL game. You're in the rain. You got to kick a field goal.
42 yards. Offsides on Seattle on a 4th and 5. Offsides. You're kidding me. That's a first down. Oh, brutal. You ain't getting this ball back.
I love it.
Encroachment on a 4th and 5. My Lord.
Great job.
Back and forth with stupidity. That's what this game is. It just goes back and forth. Who's going to make the stupid mistake last? Could be the Seahawks right there. They might not never get this ball back. 3 minutes to go. They only got one timeout.
How thankful is Johnson there? He didn't have to kick that. How nervous was he? He's like, thank you, defensive
Now, if I'm the Saints, I'm going to sit on this thing. I'm going to run it at least the next 2 plays.
Yeah, right. You're gonna see a lot of Kamara right here. I think there's gonna be a lot of.
Yeah, I'm with Eli. A lot of Kamara coming your way now.
Like, were y'all copying other teams, or did y'all have like your staples?
They got an offensive lineman eligible, by the way. And it's play action.
I'd say we had.
Jameis. Ooh, first and goal, Saints. Nice throw and catch.
Depending on their coverage.
Surprised they threw it there. Gets out of bounds, stops the clock. That's good news for Seattle for now.
That week, and then we'd watch a bunch of tape. And,
what a catch.
Come up with some unique
Callaway.
Ideas. We might steal a few ideas from, previous years. I mean, shoot, you guys know.
That's Jameis's best throw of the night, I think.
You're going back and stealing something from 3 years previous, or maybe even you're stealing it from when that defensive coordinator was coordinating another team.
Expect the unexpected with Sean Payton. I'd have sat on the ball there. That was the time where I would get conservative. I was bitching at him to take chances. Now you get conservative. Fake the screen, draw to Kamara, bounces off a couple of tackles, tackle for a loss. Seattle should take a timeout here.
They're going to come zero. I think they're going to blitz every down right here. Not let you run, see if they can come after Jameis.
If you're Seattle, do you almost let them score?
Does Sean run it the next 2 plays, you think, Drew? Try to take it down, past the 2-minute warning. Seattle's only got 1 timeout.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely a few runs that are just call it and run it runs, and we'll might require a receiver to dig.
Second and goal. They got backed up to the 8 now, and it's a bootleg, straight bootleg. Nobody's open, and Jameis throws it away. That's good for Seattle. See, I don't agree with that. It's like Sean Payton's calling this game in reverse. They should have been more aggressive earlier. They could have totally been up by at least 8 or 9. And then they got conservative. Now they're getting aggressive at the wrong time.
I mean, here they probably throw here.
Yeah, they just throw it now because Seattle's got the timeout and the 2-minute warning. The clock just stopped at 2:16. Now you just got to throw it. But if it's not there, for the love of God, Jameis, throw it away.
I would think, right, if it goes to the 2-minute warning, if they run it.
Right.
Now Saints might have to call a timeout.
Yeah, they're down to 4 seconds on the play clock. Timeout. Weird. Like I said, they're calling the game in reverse.
I predicted a timeout. Does that count?
No, it's not. You saw the play clock running down and then not getting lined up. That is not counting whatsoever. You saw Sean Payton running down the sideline, calling timeout.
Well, what's the tally?
Call run or pass right here.
Do you have a tally for the year on predicted plays between the two of you?
I think he's 1 for 6.
It's a low completion percentage. LeBron James has predicted more plays than me. Let's put it that way.
All right.
What's your prediction here? Come on, you have a chance to redeem yourself.
Man.
What are you predicting right now?
I would run it. I'd run it to Kamara.
It's going to be something to Kamara. It's got to be a run, whether it's a run or a throw. Wheel route. Nope, he stays in the flat, and Jameis takes a sack. It was a screen. I was saying wheel route when he started coming across. Take it to the 2-minute warning here. Saints can go up by 3 with a field goal, and it'll be a chippy.
Drew, can you stay with us, pal, for this 2 minutes?
A little less than an extra point.
Yeah.
Need some analysis in this 2-minute drill.
The 2-minute warning.
You got it.
There we go.
They had wheel route written all over, but he stayed in the flat. Guess they didn't want to take a chance and have Jameis throw downfield into traffic there. It was obvious going to be check it down to Kamara and see if he could make a play, but he never got the chance. He got sacked. Situational football is really fun to watch. The 2-minute shit, the late game stuff, that's always really fun to watch. I couldn't coach football, couldn't call plays, couldn't coach guys, could have never played, but I understand situational football really well, and I can tell you when somebody's fucking up. Which it's kind of obvious. If I can tell when somebody's fucking up, coaching-wise, it's got to be obvious, because I'm not an expert. I'm just a fan like anybody else. Make this kick. It's a short one. Saints and the Seahawks are tied with 2 minutes to go. Sitting in this damn chair too long. And I'm going to be sitting in it longer after the game because I'm probably going to play GTA 5M when I'm done here.
All right, we're back. Got Brian Johnson's second.
All right, it's chip shot field goal at the 2-minute warning for the Saints to take the lead. Seattle will have a timeout in about 1:55 or whatever it is.
Noise, weather. Let's see what this guy's made of here, Drew.
Yeah, they got what?
That offsides on the fucking fourth down could have killed Seattle, but they got a chance at redemption.
The first run play.
Because of some really weird play calls from the Saints.
You are not going to be happy, Drew. You're not going to be happy when you see the replay of the breakdown of that third down call.
All right, here's the kick. It's good. The Saints take the lead, 13-10, 1:56.
Are we gonna pull it
Now
up?
here's the third down play. We're gonna pull it up. Here's the screen. You can see they're running a tight end screen to the left, number 83, Jawan Johnson. He's gonna block the defensive end, and right there, James has got to find a way to get him the ball.
At least the Seahawks had a couple of people on Kamara's side of the field there, but lucky for them, Jameis got sacked.
You can sit there. I think he's gonna walk in for the touchdown. Great call. I don't know what Jameis saw. Just got to find a way to avoid that defensive end and get the ball to your tight end right there.
You got to jump past it. You got
Geno
to
Smith
left-handed.
come through in the clutch.
Underhanded, right, Drew? Just negotiate.
Got another shot at redemption.
Find a way to get that throw off.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Gain depth. Don't step up. Gain depth. Find a way to get it to him.
I think I read lips too. I think I saw Jameis saying I blanked up. I'm not going to pull a Marshawn or an Eli. I'm going to keep it PG here.
Peyton's still giving Eli shit for the double bird.
Pretty sure that's what he said. Those pictures and tablets don't lie, right, Drew? I mean, there's nothing worse than going back to that tablet and seeing a picture of seeing a guy wide open, and there's nothing you can do about it. It's the cold, hard truth.
Yeah, that's when you get up though and you kind of give it one of these, like just look, kind of look down the field, like, man, what? You zigged, and you were supposed to zag.
1:56 and a timeout from the 25. I smell overtime. If Seattle's kicker can make a damn kick, I'll give him that last one. It was a 53-yarder in the rain, and he missed it. I'll give him that. Mulligan. Or maybe Seattle drives down and just wins it all here. Been a while since we had a DK big play. Lockett has been non-existent tonight. All right. Short of DK. And Peyton just pointed out 2 games in a row, Geno was in this position and turned it over against the Rams and against the Steelers.
He's going to have a few pressures, and he's going to have pressures that leave you one short, and it's just a matter of when he's going to dial it up. I imagine they'd be pretty conservative here until they get closer to 50.
Malcolm Jenkins on a blitz, and Geno keeps the ball. He pump fakes and gets sacked by Malcolm Jenkins. I don't understand. What did he see there? He's pump faking with Malcolm Jenkins in his face and takes a sack. That's brutal. 3rd and 18. Throw it up and hope for a defensive penalty. Lattimore's one-on-one with Metcalf out here on the edge. The safety's going to go over that way. Geno's on the run again, and he goes down. 4th and 30, essentially. So, yeah, this game's pretty much done. You got to call timeout. What do you got for, 4th and 25, guys? God, what a disaster for the Seahawks. Now, if the Saints were going up against Aaron Rodgers here, I'd worry that he could convert this. I've seen him do it before in this exact situation.
Yeah, it's not many play calls that the OC feels real confident about here at this point.
You need 28 yards on 4th down.
I put DK in the slot and just throw it down the middle to him, right? Don't put him outside, right, Eli? You know, put him in the slot. Yeah. He might be able to get a jump ball.
This is a real anticlimactic ending.
Hey, Drew, Dennis Allen,
barring a miracle.
Right here, right? I mean, he's not one just to sit back.
Very disappointing. I wanted some drama here. I watched this whole fucking slog of a game, and I want some drama, and I'm not going to get it. Unless somebody commits a boneheaded penalty here. A 5-yard holding penalty on 4th and 28 gives Seattle a first down. Timeout New Orleans here.
More of a pre-sticks kind of defense, but rush 4.
This is a 30-second timeout. All right, this is it. No more timeouts.
This is just a soul-crushing loss for Seattle. 2 missed field goals. The Saints only put up 13 points.
Throw it up to Metcalf. Just get open. It's the old
Hell, the Saints turned it over once.
Yeah, you kind of get him on a safety, right?
And you were content to just sit on the ball and take a field goal off of that turnover. I don't understand what's going on in Seattle. The Russell Wilson injury is one thing, but there's a lot wrong with Seattle. And it's been trending that way for a year and a half now. It's just Russell not being out there. They're in the same situation the Packers were when Rodgers got hurt those 2 years in a row. It's like, you guys are not very good without him. You're a bad football team. Seattle is a bad football team.
You know, getting blockers out front. You know, get it to your best.
And a poorly coached one at that.
You know, throw it to Kamara and get guys out in front of him.
What are you going to make them jump off sides 5 times to make this a closer 4th down? All right, the Saints rush 4. I like that. Gino. Oh, boy. This ball ain't going to make it. Oh, dropped interception, but it's over. Should have been picked, but it's okay. It's turnover on downs. Saints win. I thought DK was going to make that catch, and then nobody was behind him. I thought the linebacker overshot it, and DK was going to catch it and turn around and run upfield for a first.
We went there in 2013 twice, and obviously that was a different Seattle team, but, man, that is a tough place to go and play.
Drive home safely, Seattle. Boy, if that linebacker flashed a second late. Thank God the Saints didn't get that pick. My opponent had the Saints defense in fantasy, but I won anyway. Take an E, go to the house. 13-10, New Orleans.
This will go a long way for them. This was a win they needed.
Obviously, every game's a win you need, Drew. January against the Bucks, that was a win you needed, Drew.
In Texas, so you know they played one home game, and so now get to go back home and you know get that winning games, having a good record, get that home crowd rocking and rolling for these next couple weeks.
Well, I think you got Sunday. I was going to say you got Sunday. You got Sunday, Halloween Sunday against the Bucks coming up. So
Saints and Bucks on. Ooh, I bet that's the game I'll get to see on the cruise.
where everybody's at.
I bet I'll get to watch the Saints and the Bucks.
That'll be a good one.
Hey, Caden, how you doing? Well, you tuned in just for the end. The Saints win 13-10 in a really fucking shitty game, but oh well. 13-10 New Orleans, guys. I'm out of here. And yes, I said it yesterday. I'll say it again today because it actually is true today. This is my last stream until I get back next Thursday. Not this Thursday. Next Thursday. Probably my last stream until the truck championship race. So, yeah. Have a good week or 2 weeks, however long I'm going to be gone from you guys. I will see you when I get back